Oh, it's working this time. And it's broken again. Lovely. Whatever. Is it even working? What the hell? Hello there. How we doing? How are we doing? One second. Lovely. Alright. Hello, Kusakabe. Hello, Patch. We're just gonna chill, I think, and talk a little JJK as I sit here and do a tier list of everything that I've ever watched, basically. And I'm hoping some people have good anime recommendations for me because, well, what do you mean, why am I live now, Jid? Uh, well, I think you should get off Siege and come do stream, innit? You can have it on the background. I'm very sorry, Jed. I'm very sorry. I should really consider my viewers more. Code Geass S. Oh. Oh. I'm halfway through season 2 of Code Geass. I've heard the ending is the best part of the show. So I kind of don't want to put it in there yet. But currently, I would not put it S tier. I don't think I'd even put it in A tier. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate that, Jude. Also, this is I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to kind of share my thoughts on some shows that I think everyone should watch, that everyone would love or should love. Also, some controversial opinions about anime as well. I do like Lelouch. I love Suzaku and I love Carlin. Don't really care for many people beyond that. Yeah, I can't lie. It's really not like I'm just not that big of a mech fan as well. Like I don't really enjoy mech stuff all that much. It's a little bit like Death Note in that I kept hearing really good things and it just didn't grip me that much at all. Some good characters though. Put FMAB at E tier, by the way. No. That shit's going straight to S tier, bro. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know if anyone's ever watched that. Easy S tier. Straight off the bat. It's probably like number 3, like favorite top 3 shows of all time. Ever. Peak all the way through, season 1 to 7 is perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Yo, what's going on, Zachariah? We just doing a little tier list of everything I've ever watched. Ahsoka. Now, I'm a big Star Wars nerd. I'm not gonna lie. Clone Wars is. Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Breaking Bad's on there. Don't worry. We'll. Hmm. Ahsoka, I'm gonna put B for now, I think. And I'm gonna have Andor. Oh, I am one of those kind of like Star Wars weirdos who doesn't tend to like Star Wars shit without a Jedi in it. So I thought it was brilliant. I'm still gonna put it B. Arcane, yeah, B. Attack on Titan, S tier, number 2 favorite show of all time ever. I am very, very like so nitpicky with my shows. Like there won't be more than like 6 or 7 out of 60 in S tier. I'm very harsh critic, and I feel like I'm going to get in a little bit of trouble for it, but it's fine. It's fine. Avatar. I'm not even gonna put it. Everyone should know what Avatar goes, right? Please tell me everyone knows what Avatar goes. I haven't seen Peaky Blinders. Universal knowledge. I have not seen Peaky Blinders. It is on my list. It is on my list for sure. Wow, no one knows where Avatar should go. Okay, that's great. Set a schedule for lives? Yeah, no, I will, but like I just kind of felt like doing this one. I have got streams with Jaff planned. Okay, there we go. There it is. Like yeah, easy S tier. It is still behind these two though. I can't lie. As much as it is perfect in every way, easy S tier. Big Bang Theory is cool. I unless it's like one of the best things ever made. A sitcom is not really ever gonna be. Like sitcoms are just sort of fun. That's it. C, by the way, C is like, I would put these ranks as like, S is like the best. It's perfect in every way, like just the GOAT. A is excellent, B is great, C is good or like average, D is below average, E is bad, and F is like, delete this shit off the face of the earth, please, you know? It's on a delay. Yeah, but there's nothing I can do about that, man. I'm on my crappy home Wi-Fi and I've turned off the delay, so it's just... Honestly, Jid, all you ever do is complain, man. What we got next? Black Mirror. Anyone seen Black Mirror? This is a weird one because it's like some really high highs and then just some complete blunders as well. I'm gonna put it B. I probably enjoy everything in the tiers is actually pretty similar, I'm not gonna lie, especially when it's not S tier. Like anything below S tier, it's all pretty much the same like level. The Boys will go A tier. I don't think it's overrated. I don't think it's S. It's also not finished. If season 4 is really good, or season 3, I don't even know what season we're on. If the next season's really good, it could go S. It's definitely a competitor for the next S tier spot, but I'm like, out of the 60 shows I've watched, genuinely less than 10 of them are going to be S tier. Yeah, but Black Mirror was it's really hit or miss. But I think the like the good episodes were so good that I'm gonna put it just above average at B. Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad. This is Oh god. I'm sorry. I really didn't like it. All that. I mean, it was good, but it was like compared to what I thought it was going to be. You're going to find that I'm like this. I really don't like some things that I really liked, and I really like some things that people don't like. But I think Breaking Bad is just, it was just good. That was it. It was just good. Also, like, I have a very particular kind of taste, and Breaking Bad's whole vibe wasn't really it. So the fact that it made it to C is, you know, interesting. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, top of A tier. Easily. Best sitcom ever. Breaking Bad is good but overrated, makes Demon Slayer look underrated. Yeah, Breaking Bad is definitely overrated. Like, it is just good. Like, it's just a solid show. But it really depends what you're into. If you're into that sort of, like, that type of show, then I can definitely see why people put it in S tier, but it's just not my kind of thing. I just don't care for like majority of the characters. I don't care for majority of the story. I'm not, it's too like, I don't know. I like crazy shit, man. I like watching, I don't know, Homelander burn someone from the inside out, or Levi shred up a massive beast. Don't care too much for like drugs and gangs and shit. Chainsaw Man. I've just finished Chainsaw Man. I have read the manga as well. I've just finished reading the manga. Huh. Being anime people, where are we putting Chainsaw Man? I might need some help on this because I haven't actually ranked it yet. Oh, what have I done there? Okay, my shit's broken. Wonderful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it just below Arcane and B. Cobra Kai, yeah, easy A tier, bro. Easy A tier for Cobra Kai. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's like the corniest, cheesiest shit that just shouldn't work, but it does for some reason. Like, even if you haven't seen, it definitely helps to have seen Karate Kid. Who hasn't seen Karate Kid, realistically? But, you know, it does just work anyway. Oh dear, Code Geass. Gives you JJK vibes? Yeah, I see that. I mean, it is Mappa. You love Chainsaw Man manga more than... Oh, I've already read that comment. What the fuck am I doing? Code Geass. I haven't finished it. I'm not going to put it in. I'm going to wait till it's finished, because I know the ending's supposed to be good. Daredevil's S tier, bro. Don't even... Death Note goes D tier. Fuck that shit, man. Death Note is so arse. Can't be arsed. It's so shit. It's not. Like, the first half is really good. The first half is really good, but I just don't... Like, it just fell off so hard. I think the first half isn't good enough to justify the second half. I don't like... Still like it, to be honest. Just do not like it. Defenders. I can see an argument for C tier. I can, but I just think it's below average. Like, it is just below average for me for like the level of stuff that I feel like I'm used to watching. At like, do you know what? I think I preferred it to Breaking Bad, so I'm actually going to put it there. I know that doesn't really change anything because people like, well, want it S tier, obviously, but it's my tier list, so go fuck yourself. I'm joking, I love you. Right. Defenders, just C tier. It was just like Daredevil season 2.5. Exceptionally okay. Demon Slayer. Season 1 was bad with some good moments. Or like, season 1, it wasn't bad, it was boring with some good moments. Inosuke carries so hard. Season 3 was worse, simply because of no Inosuke and Zenitsu. But I actually watched Demon Slayer. I mean, I watched, believe it or not, because of some, well, I like struggle to watch stuff in subtitles first time round because I like to be able to pay attention, and I have like major ADHD, so I actually watch everything in dub first. Demon Slayer dub sick, simply because of fucking Bryce Papenbrook doing Inosuke. So good. So definitely makes it worthwhile. Mugen Train arc, brilliant. Entertainment District arc, brilliant. I'm looking forward to season 4. I'm going to put it high B tier for now, which is just great. Like, it's just great. I think that's what it is. Doc 2, favorite show of all time, number 1. Easy clap. I mean, it's literally the name of my channel and profile picture are Doctor Who references, so go figure. He's also just Kusakabe, man. Like, why would you not have a show about Kusakabe at number 1? Especially after that latest chapter. Putting Cobra Kai over Breaking Bad is hilarious. It just depends what you like, innit? Code Geass will be out for... Oh. Code Geass will be out for many more years. The authors have already painted the projects for many years ahead. What do you mean by that? B-tier anime, yeah. Whatever happened to Iron Fist? I know exactly where Iron Fist is going, bro. I've watched that shit as well. That's what the F tier was created for. Dr. Stone, brilliant. Love it. Put it in A tier. I haven't read it. I've only watched it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Especially if you're ever having, like, difficult time or just need to, like, wind down. If you've got too much work or something, it's the perfect show to just put on and makes everything positive. It's great. Some amazing characters, great music, really good music. Very consistent. Demon Slayer pulled you back into anime. I see it. I see it. There was some, like... I think season 1 was quite rough in that most of it was really boring. It had some really high highs. Inosuke and Zenitsu are great. Season 2, like all of it, Mugen Train and Entertainment was just peak. It was just peak. Like, it's amazing. Season 3 was good. But just good. And also, I care for Tanjiro probably the least out of everybody in that show, or at least out of all the like sort of main cast. Tanjiro is just I do not care about Tanjiro at all. The delay is too bad. How do I try and fix this shit? Right. Great recent videos, thank you. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. SE liked season 1 and 2, but couldn't get through 3. Normally people say the opposite. I think season 1 is like the worst rated, and then it only climbs from there. And I agree, I think season 1 is still really good, but like season 1 is the worst season. Season 4 is maybe the best show of television ever, like the best series of television ever made. Like genuinely, I think season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. might just be my favorite series of television. Or of any show. I think it's up there with like, I think like Attack on Titan season 3 and 4, Doctor Who season 4, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4. It's all the season 4s, man. They're just the best. And Daredevil season 3. Amazing. It's like my favorites, probably. The franchise will be releasing new series based on the franchise for many more years. What, for Code Geass? Is it because of Skylar? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly why. Bro, why is my chat being why is it delayed? Why is it delayed? How do I fix this? I don't know, maybe that will fix it. Anyway, this is just garbage. I don't remember watching it, I'm not gonna lie, but I remember that it was shit. Falcon Winter Soldier was... Oh wait, I'm gonna get some help in here, I think. Falcon and Winter Soldier was... I mean, it wasn't E tier. I'd say it's below average, honestly. What do I think of JJK right now and what will happen? I really enjoy JJK right now. There's not been a single chapter of JJK released in the last few months that I haven't, like, enjoyed. I've been satisfied with everything. I just trust Gege. I know it's building to something great. So, you know, obviously people can, if people don't enjoy it and they find it repetitive, that's cool. Like, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I don't get it. I'm just really enjoying it. Breaking Bad and Death Note at C tier and AOT at S tier. Wait, you've got a problem with AOT at S tier? Bro, like, if it wasn't for the fact that I grew up on Doctor Who, AOT would be my number one. Also, Doctor Who's just got some really underrated writing. Friends is, like, mid, I guess. Just, again, sitcoms just sort of, this is easy. Game of Thrones can go here. Here? I'll put Game of Thrones there. Yeah, I'll put Gen V. It doesn't really matter in the tiers too much, to be honest. But honestly, out of all of these, I think I'm gonna shift Andor down. It wasn't bad. Yeah, that's fine. Oh wait, one sec. Bro, AOT is barely A tier. The last arc where they introduced time travel was pretty bad, but the ending was decent considering what it was working with. I mean, I'll respect the opinion, but no. There's not a single part of AOT I don't like. I think the storytelling is like peak, beginning to end. Literally not a single thing about it that I think it's perfect. Some of the best like animation, music, characters. I think like Levi Ackerman is my favorite character in anime and like top 3 in fiction. Not just because he's like really cool. I just love his writing. I think it's perfect. One Punch Man is on my list, and I'm not rating every show in existence, just every show I've seen. I there's no way I've watched every show in existence, bro. I know I'm a nerd, but I'm not that bad. Good Doctor. I don't know if anyone's seen this. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I know it's not, but I just really like it. I don't know. It's a sort of like it was a COVID show for me, so it just gave me a load of entertainment while I was sitting at home doing nothing for like a year. So I just kind of enjoy it more than most people. It's gonna go like low A tier for that. Although I get people don't really like find it pretty average, and I understand that. Good Place, I didn't really enjoy. I can go E tier. Gravity Falls is really good. I'm gonna put it high B, maybe just below Demon Slayer. Like I had a lot of fun with that show. I thought it was great. I'm glad you agree about Levi at least. That makes me happy. Yuta got a great showing and jumped with Yuji. Same with Hikarumo and Gege has been doing amazing. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. And also Yuta and Yuji are not done yet. They are not done yet. Oh, but I think Sukuna doing like taking out each character one by one is like much better than, because also it's kind of hard for sorcerers as powerful as, you know, Yuta and well, I guess just Yuta in that sense, but you know, Yuta, Higuruma, Yuji, Maki, Hakari, Chozo, like you've got a lot of firepower here. If you put them all in like one sort of confined, like if you chuck them all in Yuta's domain, something's gonna get a little bit messy at some point, right? It's like the Gojo thing. You can't have too many sorcerers fighting one fight at the same time because you just get in each other's way. Too many cooks, you know? Finally catching the stream. Hello, Red Shadow. Why aren't you ranking Code Geass? Because I haven't finished it yet. And I've heard the ending is like the best part of the show. I'm like halfway through season 2, and I don't want to rank it before I finished it. Currently, though, from what I've seen, I wouldn't have it any higher than B tier. Like I said, I'm very particular. AT probably is the best first season. Yeah, I think it has the best seasons, personally. But yeah. Levi's conclusion was awesome. Honestly, it's my favorite moment in the show when he said goodbye. Literally my favorite. I know that's such a dumb thing to say about. Yeah, I can choose all of AOT, but like it just you should have seen the state of my face when I watched the finale of JJK. JJK AOT. When I watched the finale of AOT, bro, it was like 4 a.m. I was a mess. I was a mess. That shit had me crying so hard, man. I was devastated. I didn't read the manga either. I didn't know what was coming. I had no idea. And I know people said the ending was shite. I love the ending. What's your thoughts on Dragon Ball Z and Cowboy Bebop like anime? I tried Cowboy Bebop. Not really my thing. Wasn't really, I don't like old looking stuff all that much. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty decent characters though, I'll be honest. See, I knew this would like entertain a lot of people because I have some very odd opinions when it comes to like what shows I like and anime I like and stuff. Dragon Ball Z, I've never tried. I never really grew up watching that. I don't know. I kind of want to, because obviously I know a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans got a lot of a bit of sad news recently, and I feel like that sort of pushed me to want to watch it because I've always intended to go through and watch it, but I've got so much stuff on my list that I need to get through that it's not very high up. Hopefully, I'll do it at some point. Where's Hunter x Hunter? We're getting to Hunter x Hunter. It's here. Don't worry. Gurren Lagann. Has anyone seen Gurren Lagann? Again, mechs aren't really my thing, but I enjoyed a lot of the characters in Gurren Lagann. I'll probably put it like there. I just don't like mech animes, to be honest. Like mechs just don't really interest me. If I watched Gurren Lagann when I was like 14 years old, I would have loved it a lot more than I did. Actually, I think that goes for a lot of anime. Like, I think if I grew up watching anime, I would have enjoyed things like Code Geass and Death Note and Gurren Lagann a lot more than I did. I watched Dragon Ball Z when I was 6 or 7, but I still remember the fact that I watched Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I did it just like I think Pokemon was like the only thing I grew up like. What did I have? I think honestly, my go-to thing, my call it a kids show. My go-to like after-school cartoon was probably Ben 10 and Power Rangers were like my thing way back when. The music is really, really good in Gurren Lagann. I much preferred the first half. I didn't really like the tone shift halfway through. Again, like maybe I should write this. I should probably specify so people don't get. Also, forgive my spelling. Oh god, no, that's gonna annoy me. Please don't. Please don't. Okay, that's fine. Good. Oh. Mid. Bad. Remove. Actually, we'll just do trash. Hawkeye. I think this is my favorite Marvel show. Ben 10 was peak, yeah, bro. I haven't seen regular show or Adventure Time. That's the thing is I kind of grew up without like I had I didn't have like Cartoon Network or anything when I was growing up. Like I literally didn't have the means to watch anything that wasn't. I had like Ben 10 on like literal DVDs that I got for my birthday, and that's how I watched it. I didn't really have TV, so I didn't see regular show or Adventure Time or anything really. Hawkeye. I did really enjoy Hawkeye. I don't think it's better than Arcane. I don't think it's better than Gen V. I'll put it there. Actually, I'll put Chainsaw Man. Yeah, Chainsaw Man can go there. Yeah, that's fine. Again, I'm not worrying about inside. Unless it's S tier or A tier, I'm not worrying about inside the tiers too much. Right, we got to Hunter x Hunter, lads. We've got to Hunter x Hunter. Power Ranger Samurai is my first introduction to the franchise. It was solid, but aged poorly. I think Power Rangers just like... You think it's the shit when you're 10 years old and you age 2 years and you look back at yourself like, what the fuck was I doing with my life? Ben 10 easily S tier. I don't know if Ben 10's actually on here, I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably put it... I'd put Alien Force at A tier. Oh god, this is where it starts, isn't it? This is where it starts. Top of B tier. Hunter x Hunter's a B for me. I mean, same. I think it really depends. If I go back and rewatch it, I think the first time I watched it, I did not like the Chimera Ant arc at all. I just didn't like it. But then I rewatched it and I realized 70% of it is good. 30% of it is that royal guard with the butterfly wings who just like moans over Meruem for 3 episodes straight. And I hate it. The delay is so bad, there's nothing I don't know how to bloody fix it. Yo, what's up, Heavy Weather? Oh, you can't stay. Oh, how disappointing. You gotta go focus on your Twitter career. I swear, I never see you not on Twitter, bro. You're actually probably the most entertaining person on my feed. I'm not gonna lie. You've got me coming back to Twitter. I don't know if it's deliberate or not, but you're just hella funny. The butterfly is like Arame? Yeah, bro. It's the same vibes, man. It really is. You're addicted? Nah. Nah, you're fine. Nothing wrong with enjoying a bit of Twitter. Or X. Sorry, X. My bad. Amazing World of Gumball? Bro, I didn't grow up with TV. I'm sorry. I didn't see any. Actually, Gumball I've watched a bit of, to be fair. It's pretty good. Anyway, let's... Inhumans, arse. Iron Fist, arse. Jessica Jones? Okay, has anyone watched Jessica Jones? Because this shit had the most fire first season and then, like, fell off the face of the earth. For that reason, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Because it averages out. Season 1 is like A tier. And then the other 2 seasons are D and E. Maybe it's just because David Tennant is, like, the best villain. When do you think we're getting an actual insane moment / reveal? Well, let's say for now, like, Kusakabe's out. I mean, the only person left, assuming... So, Maki and Yuji are sort of question marks, because we haven't seen, like, a body from Maki, right? So we don't know... She might just need her 5 minutes, like she did against Naoya. And then she could be back in it. But I don't think she's going to bring anything new. Like anything we haven't seen. And it would then be repetitive if we just saw another chapter of Maki versus Sukuna the same way we did. What we do have is Yuji hopefully healing up with Chozo now. Which should come into play after probably one Miguel reveal chapter. And then move on to Yuji, and then probably a Yuta. I'd give it 3 or 4. I'd say 3 or 4 chapters until like the bomb starts to get dropped. Yeah, no, Miguel was definitely unexpected, but it's not like the reveal, right? Like, I feel like Miguel's going to be part of the reveal, but he isn't. He himself isn't the reveal. If you put JJK in S, I'm raiding your house. Where's JJK, bro? Shit's going straight to S tier. I don't think I'd put it above Avatar, but it is. Yeah, it's not better than Full Metal either. It is S tier though, bro. How well do you think Miguel will do against Sukuna? I think Miguel is like Hikari in that I think he has some busted defensive ability. But he probably ain't, like, he's probably not going to hurt Sukuna all that much. I think he's just going to make Sukuna go, well, shit, what am I doing against this guy then? And then he's going to have to, like, pull a fire arrow out or something. Miguel is the reveal. He is special grade. Yeah, I mean, I think Miguel just has, like, damage nullification. Megami suggested when they were fighting Inverse Man that there was, like, he was like, it can't be something as strong as damage nullification technique because he's still scared of Gojo. And so, for like such a random thing to say, and like the only sorcerer we've seen fight Gojo, other than Sukuna, who's like not actually been worried or scared, is Miguel, and I feel like he just has a damage nullification technique, or a CT nullification technique, like same difference, same effect. I want Yuta back in the fight, man. I want Yuji and Yuta to jump in with like some next up abilities. See, the only thing in my way right now is Megami. Like, I feel like Sukuna would have lost already if it wasn't for them trying to save Megami. They fully would have lost. Like, Sukuna fully would have lost. Maki would have just taken his head clean off if it wasn't for trying to save Megami. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I do feel like you're the only one who wants Avatar to be a bit darker. There's nothing wrong with wanting that, though. That's completely fine. Probably high-level defensive CT? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Oh, what's going on then? Jeff, get your ass in here, man.
Hello, hello.
There he is. Jeff, I'm being cooked, mate. I've been cooked for my horrible taste in TV shows and anime, apparently.
Have you got some horrible opinions that people are not agreeing with?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh dear. Breaking Bad in C tier is hurting my hurting my soul.
Yeah, that and Death Note, like, kind of got people a little bit ticked off, I think.
Yeah, I can sort of justify Death Note to an extent, but
no complaints about me putting Doctor Who as #1 though.
Yeah, but I know you're a massive Doctor Who fan.
It is just my, like, I feel like it's my golden buzzer. Yeah, it is just my golden buzzer.
I just expected that to happen. Gravity Falls is lower than I'd expect.
I'm just like, Gravity Falls just, I love it, but B tier is just like an I love it category. I don't know. I feel like I'm very particular. B does not mean like average. It means it's great. Like it's really damn good. But I think my A and S are just a step above the rest.
Yeah, I get that.
Something I never seen people bring up.
Yeah, Ahsoka, Hawkeye, and Andor shocked me for being so high.
Most people put Andor like AOS.
I thought it was good. I don't know.
I agree. I thought it I think there were 2 or 3 episodes that made it a whole tier above what I would put the rest of it at. Like, I would put it average if it wasn't for like the Andy Serkis stuff and that episode with the I don't even know what happened anymore, the TIE fighter or the ship and the bloody star, like shooting stars or some shit like that. I don't know.
Other than Breaking Bad and Death Note, I agree with all your ones in C. And then the bottom, I'd agree with.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'd probably put all of those.
Bro.
Yeah, I'd probably put The Good Place down there as well. I heard your justifications for the Good Doctor, so I'm not going to argue that point. It
Yeah.
would be a hell of a lot lower on mine.
Yeah, no, I mean it would be on mine too if it wasn't for the fact that it was just one of those lockdown things for me.
I dropped Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. only one, and then I'd agree with.
That still hurts me, man. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is peak. So peak.
I enjoyed it until the later seasons.
No, it only got better. It only got better. Season 4 might be my favorite series in television ever.
Yeah, Shane, you got a point there, man. Star Wars really has fallen.
It has the peak of Star Wars. Should we do the Star Warses?
Oh yeah.
I'm not putting them in F tier, guys. I'm just collecting them. Okay, they're not going in F. Relax. Chill out. Mando, Obi-Wan. Oh, that'll be an interesting one. Not missing anything there. Nope. All right. Cool.
Clone Wars. Oh, easy yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, easy yes.
It is so clear, bro. It's so clear.
Probably the most true to the source material.
Yes. I couldn't agree more.
Passion project I have ever had the pleasure of watching.
Also,
I watched it when I was a kid, and then I rewatched it as an adult, and I loved it even more as
genuinely,
an adult.
season 5. I mean, I'd say from probably like the Umbara arc onwards is peak animation as well. It's so beautiful. Storytelling fantastic. Music is amazing. Characters are. I mean, Obi-Wan's like my second favorite character of all time, so no wonder. And it does such a good job at fleshing out all of the characters we didn't get to see fleshed out in the prequels.
I thought it was just spot on, and it just did everything perfect, you know.
And obviously there is filler, but I think it does so good at world building that I enjoy every single episode. I'll never skip an episode when I rewatch it. Like, I love all of it. Even if it's not telling a huge story, I love it all.
Even all the subplots.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just perfect.
Yeah. I think that's the easy yes. I think that's sort of the benchmark we're going to work off of.
Rebels has got filler that I don't enjoy, but it also has
enjoy.
You didn't enjoy Rebels?
I'd rate it in C, perhaps.
C?
But you got to think.
You
got to think. I was going into it after the Clone Wars, so I'd already had the bar set incredibly high for me.
I think it took me a long time to get used to the animation change. Didn't like it at all. Don't like the lightsabers. I don't think the fights are that good. I think the storytelling, with the exception of it's 20% filler, but some of the character work and what they do with original characters. Ken Jarrus is one of, if not my second favorite Jedi ever.
Oh, I can 100. Yeah. Sorry, I was miles away from my mic there. I can understand it, but I think it was just a massive disappointment for me, and I can't get over that.
That's fair. I can see both sides to it. It's definitely not S tier. It is low A, but also the ending really got me. So
yeah.
And Thrawn is great. Do I watch Dragon Ball Z? I have not watched Dragon Ball Z. I kind of want to now. I feel like I should. I always wanted to.
Yeah, one of my friends was trying to get me to start watching it, and he's not really into sort of anime at all, but he does watch Dragon Ball.
I feel like it's something people enjoy more when they grow up with it. It's one of those things. I feel like I can't force it, you know?
It's like me watching Pokemon. I can watch it now probably and enjoy it more because I watched it as a kid.
Kusakabe, I get what you mean. The link's in the description, bro. I did link it. It's in the description of the stream. What are we talking about then?
Catch up with chat. I think we've missed a fair few.
Domain amplification is just strong punch. It is against Gojo because otherwise he doesn't get punched. Domain amplification can neutralize the sure hit of a domain as well. Yes, I guess.
I'd have to get the science.
The difference here, right, is that you'd have to do what Jogo and Hanami tried to do. Well, what they kind of did in a very half-assed way, like what Gojo said, is in theory, you yeah, in theory it should neutralize the guaranteed hit because just by the nature of how domain amplification works, right, is it's just an empty domain space, which is your like it's like a simple domain but wrapped around you, and it basically just neutralizes curse techniques. But I think it's quite hard to pull that off surrounding your entire body. I think when Sukuna's like attacking Gojo, he's just using domain amplification like as a sort of, it's like a like armor almost, and you see it normally in like his arms. I feel like Falling Blossom Emotion and something that actually pushes back is actually more effective against things like Malevolent Shrine and the Guaranteed Hit, which is why Gojo doesn't use it in the domain. Because domain amplification is a lot harder to use. Like even Jogo and Hanami just messed it up and didn't really get it all that right. I'm a fraud because I've watched Dragon Ball. I don't know, man, but I'll be honest, that's not the worst of it. I've barely watched any anime, I'm not gonna lie.
It was like we were making that list the other week.
Yeah.
Of sort of like a watch list. I was just rattling through sort of my top 25. So I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it on the watch list. On the watch list.
I haven't finished Bad Batch.
I haven't either.
Ooh, I'm gonna just put it in good.
In fact, I think I've only seen one episode of it.
I've seen the first season. Tales of the Jedi was like the only reason it's not in S is just because it wasn't long enough. Have you seen Tales of the Jedi?
Not from memory. I can't remember.
Bro, watch it. It's basically just it's a almost like an OVA Clone Wars series.
Oh yeah, I watched it like when it came out, and I have like no memory of it.
It's so good. The only thing that's wrong with it is just that it's a miniseries.
Shit, I'm thinking the right one.
I mean, it doesn't really matter where it goes, but Mandalorian's just great. Like,
yeah, I'd say mid B tier is good. It's a good spot for it. It's
right.
Probably, yeah, it's spot on there.
Okay, guys, not that I care what anybody thinks, but I am going to justify my opinion. I know people don't like the Obi-Wan show, but Obi-Wan is my second favorite character of all time, and I loved that show. There were problems with it. I'd put it in B tier. I'd put it just below Mando. But I really like it.
Never seen it.
Damn.
Nah, I waited too long, and then all the reviews come out, and I was like, you know what? I got other things I'd prefer to watch.
It's got one of the best fights. Maybe I think it's got the best fight in a Star Wars show, like live action show. Not that that's a particularly high bar to reach.
Nah.
Korra can go A tier, just above Dr. Stone, just below Cobra Kai. I love Korra. I think that show's brilliant. My Hero. Oh, okay. So the last time I did one of these, which was about like, I don't know, 4 months ago, I had My Hero like below Demon Slayer in B tier.
That's exactly where I was going to suggest you put it. Nah,
it's getting upgraded.
Really?
It's going here. I love I'm now like, I'm halfway through season 5 of my rewatch. When I watched it the first time, I was like, season 1 to 3 is like really good. Season 4, bad. Season 5, bad. Season 6, good. I rewatched it now, I'm like, season 1 to 3 is amazing. Season 4 is really, really good. Season 5 is like worse, but not bad. It's just not at the level season 1 to 3 was, which is a really high level.
You're gonna piss off some Hunter Hunter fans. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, fair though. I get the justification.
I just think it was like Hunter x Hunter was a great story. It was just paced badly. Like
Yeah, I
the
just feel
Chimera
I just
Ant arc was just paced badly.
yeah. I just feel like My Hero, the bad parts are really bad, even though the good parts are good, and there's only a few bad things about it. When it
Yeah,
is bad, it's really
when I
bad.
agree with that. Yeah.
So I feel like I solely just can't sort of call it amazing, because anything in my amazing and top tier, I'd sort of recommend to people actively. That's sort of the way I'm looking at it.
I see you have Hunter x Hunter and beat it. How are you still alive?
See what I mean?
It's because everyone's distracted arguing over Sukuna versus Gojo, even though we're like a year past this, but I'm just gonna let everyone kind of do their thing. Mahoraga really isn't needed, more so wanted. Again, that I've been on the fence about whether I believe that or not. Sometimes I think it's true, sometimes I think it's not. A lot of people have very good arguments for both. Realistically, it's Gege. He didn't clarify. I don't think he's gonna clarify. It's up to you how you want to interpret it. Unless we see Sukuna do something in the future that like is like, okay, he could have beaten like we know for sure that would have beaten Gojo without having Mahoraga, then I will accept it. But until we see that from Sukuna, I think it's fine for people to go along and think what they want to think. There is no right answer here. We're probably not going to know unless we see Sukuna do something crazy, which we very well might, but at the moment we haven't seen him do that. So
Yeah. It's just sort of headcanon territory, isn't it? So
yeah, it really is. Like, it's just up to you.
it's whoever's better at arguing generally wins their point.
The thing is, it's
Especially
like
internet. So
this
there's
debate
never any
has
conclusion.
gone on so long that all of the like Gojo-sided people have the same argument, and all of the Sukuna-sided people have the same argument, and they've adapted to each other so that they both have a way of just being right and wrong at the same time, and you end up in this massive just
Stalemate.
like stalemate, and you can't do anything. So just have your headcanons and talk about like current stuff in JJK, like the fact that Yuta is, I don't know, like Yuta will by the end of the show be a 40-finger Sukuna. And that's just a fact, because Yuta's the strongest character in anime, and everyone knows this. And Panda's the worst character ever written. Ever.
What?
I'd beat Panda in a fight, bro. Listen, I've had beautiful bonding moments with everyone's favorite YouTuber, Eternal Flame, on Twitter, because we just both hate Panda with a passion. Just the Panda hate has been so real. Oh, I love it.
I'm so disappointed. I'm actually so disappointed.
I thought that would get you a
I suppose
bit.
your Panda hate is counter my Inumaki hate.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, you know, I didn't realize how many people like that guy.
Yeah, man. Inumaki's great.
Jenna has realized that Death Note is insane.
No, this is it. They're coming for me now.
And not happy.
I should have let them. I should have let them keep arguing about Gojo versus Sukuna.
Yeah, should have drawn attention away from the tier list.
I do love how we had like 18 viewers earlier, and I put Breaking Bad, Death Note, and Hunter x Hunter in their tiers, and now we're on 6. It is what it is, man. I didn't really expect anybody to join up to this, so I appreciate everyone who's here. Obviously, stop talking about Gojo and Sukuna, talk about Yuta. I mean, yeah.
No, please. Please, no more.
Tier list is hella weird, though. I know. I did the stream because I thought it would be quite interesting to watch me do a tier list. Loki can go C.
Speaking of, what's next?
Loki goes C tier for me. It's just good. It was fun.
Yeah, I feel like it's not anywhere near Breaking Bad, but we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, Breaking Bad stinks. Nah, it doesn't. It's good, but
I'd say Killing Eve is probably bottom of C tier as well. I don't know if you've seen it.
You have. I'm putting it D because like season 1 was, I think the two.
I've only seen season 1, to be fair.
Season one, I'd put it C. It falls off so hard. I don't understand anything going on. The only good part of it is Jodie Comer. Like, Oh,
Yeah.
Rings of Power. I love Lord of the Rings is a massive
I
passion of mine. So
I didn't get a chance to. I haven't got around to watching it, so
compared to what it could have
take the
been,
flow.
it's not great, but it did look really good, and it does show some cool things for people who are like hardcore Lord of the Rings nerds. So I'll give it good. Luke Cage just going E, man. That shit was just bad.
I've watched it. I can't even remember it.
Exactly. I put Moon Knight just behind. Actually,
Killing Eve, probably.
I'll put it at the bottom of C. Oh, where's Killing Eve? Wait, what's happened here? I'll put it at the bottom of C. There we go.
Yeah.
I do like The Office. It's hard to like rank every show here because some of them are so different. It's a good comfort show. I enjoy my experience of it. I'll just put it bottom B.
I think that's a good spot.
Punisher. Oh, Punisher's really good. Punisher's
I
like
enjoyed. Yeah, I'd say bottom B as well. Probably
like I'll
just
probably
above
put it above
Office.
Andor.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I really enjoyed Punisher.
Mad.
Rick and Morty again. It's like it's very similar, and then it's just a fun thing that I really enjoy.
Casual watch, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll put it in B as well. Like it's not. Some of these aren't necessarily great, but they're great to me. If that makes sense. Like I have the same level of enjoyment watching these as I did watching these, even if they're good for different reasons.
Oh, there's some stinking shows at the bottom there.
Oh, Riverdale was like year 9 drama sort of.
Is there any
Strange
way
ass
other than
show.
F? You need to get your head checked. I'm sorry.
Oh, I enjoyed it at the time though. I mean, I haven't watched it since secondary
Horrifically bad.
school. It is really bad, but it's like it's so bad it's good.
Oh god.
I feel like it has to be F tier or actually good. Like I don't think it can be in either of these because I can't call it mid. It that feels like it's too serious. It has to be trash or I have to actually say it's good. But it's not good.
It's trash.
I'm gonna put it in the top of seats
Oh my god.
for the memes. I think at the time I
Listen.
enjoyed it on the same level as the rest of this, so there's no reason for me not to.
Oh god.
I'd say the same for Santa Clarita. I think that was just fun. It was mid actually. Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't you know it was a long time ago as well.
I thought it was horrific as well.
Secret Invasion
Bad.
was ass, bro. It was ass, straight
Bad
ass.
CGI.
It's terrible.
Horrific storyline.
You got Samuel L. Jackson and Emilia Clarke for a fucking show, and you used your. I mean, we know where the budget went, obviously, but bro.
Oh my god,
Terrible.
are these all just A?
What?
Wait, no, are these all just the A named ones? Scroll down.
Oh wait, no. This is this like it cuts off at What If that I've seen. This is just the rest of every TV show
Oh,
like ever made ever.
holy shit.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 TV shows on this list or some shit.
What?
I love how I'm saying this as a joke, but I scrolled down so Hunter x Hunter couldn't be seen anymore, and my viewers have gone up. Like people really be hating on the Hunter x Hunter and B tier, bro. I'm kidding, obviously. Let me find out what chat's talking about.
Some interesting questions. One about what curse technique you'd prefer. You were to have one.
Oh, that is a good question, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I thought it was quite a good one, but I didn't want to.
Panda supremacy. Get out of my chat.
Yeah.
Ban him.
Who said that? Who said that?
Get banned, mate. As Wade.
Yeah, Wade. I like your thinking.
Yeah.
It's Adrian with the question. Yeah.
Nah, he's a panda, mate. Sorry. Can't lie, I find myself too funny sometimes. Oh dear. Anyway, what curse technique would I like? I mean, I'm gonna say we should probably exclude special grade shit from this, because otherwise I'm just gonna go limitless and, like,
Yeah.
you know,
I think of the rarity, haven't you?
yeah, I gotta think of something interesting. To be honest, for one that's like, for the world we live in, I feel like curse speech is pretty damn good.
Yeah, but you limit yourself to only saying. I think the hey jet would be a fairly good one in modern time. Constantly being able to just,
That's so dumb, bro. So dumb.
yeah, but you got to think it's practical.
Nah, do you know what?
Day guns is a really good shout.
Yeah,
Because
that is, yeah, because you just got a free holiday in it anytime you want.
yeah.
Uh, projection sorcery is not a bad shout.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
You could like play some S tier pranks on people with projection sorcery. That would be pretty funny.
Hmm. You got me going back to the series in my mind now.
Huh. Feel like I'm gonna get in trouble if I say idle transfiguration.
Yeah, on every watch list ever.
uh, Considering the fact that if I'm in the right mood, I occasionally like will say the dumbest thing and find it very funny. I could be a dangerous person to have Takaba's ability because I'm so unfunny, but I find myself really funny because I've just got the sense of humor of a 4-year-old. So
You
honestly,
have to create.
comedian
Well,
might just be it. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, we'd be fucked though. We'd
Yeah, you
actually be
would.
so
Could you
screwed.
imagine we're playing Siege and I've got a comedian curse technique?
Oh,
Very screwed.
game over, man.
It's done for.
Oh, I think Yagas would be pretty cool. Being able to
Idle
create cursed
transfiguration in
corpses.
exact. Look, see, Adrian knows what he's talking about, man. Idle transfiguration in the hands of a good person. Think of what kind of good could be done with that curse technique, man.
You're missing the
Exactly.
simple fact that you're not a good person.
Okay,
I'm joking.
okay.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, bro.
Isaiah had a good question as well. I can't read that. Hold on.
Give me.
Right on a closer screen.
Bro, what are you gonna do with Higuruma's curse technique in the real world? You've got nothing to confiscate.
Automatic sure hit. Bro's just gonna start killing people.
Blood manipulations, like, it's just not good unless you're Chozo.
Yeah.
And probably Yuji now as well. But, like, it's just not a good technique unless you've got, like, unless you're not gonna, just pass out the second you go over your limit. To be fair, like, Hakari's would be pretty sick.
Yeah, just not being able to die.
Well, because, like, you could just do so much stuff that you'd normally, like,
Wouldn't be able to.
I just hit a jackpot and then go skydiving or something, just knowing I'd be fine.
Yeah. Blood manipulation for purposes. My god.
Oh my god, I'm just okay.
Yeah, it would be
Because
great for
you can control it in your body as well. Or you got any curse technique in JJK and you chose blood manipulation, bro. To be fair, 10 shadows would be
10 shadows would be pretty
sick.
cool.
Like,
Confiscation, bro, just taking people's food.
that's called bullying, mate. It's called theft. You can do that here as well. Shigamo. Who is Shigamo? I recognize the name.
proven beating allegations. What are you gonna be alleged first?
Nah, inverse would suck because like there's nothing strong enough here to like make it really matter. I feel like you would just get hurt by, if you've got a pet and it like bites your hand too hard, or like you fall down the stairs or something, you're just gonna die.
Are we assuming
Haruta,
cursed
yeah, that's a
energy
shout.
is? Yeah, are we assuming cursed energy is in the world?
Now I think we're assuming it is, but everyone's like just a normal person, and you're like the only person who can.
Yeah, well, I forget the guy's name, but the one which can pull out his body parts and make them explode.
Hazanoki.
Really,
why do you want that?
You'd have really good reverse
What kind
curse
of
technique.
masochist shit are you into, bro?
Yeah, but you got to think you'd have essentially unlimited healing.
Just choose Hikari, like.
Yeah, but this has got a little more pizzazz.
Oh wait, do you know what? I can't lie. Arame would be sick. As much as I hate Arame, Arame's curse technique would be awesome. I'd just be Todoroki, bro. Also, are you really telling me Gege, the massive My Hero Academia fan, is like, I'm certain he's gonna pull out a reverse curse technique and Arame's properly going to become Todoroki. Because they already look like Todoroki. They've got the hair colors. They've got the red in the hair. But I'm telling you, the fire's coming soon.
I know, but the thing is, they already perfectly counter each other, Sukuna and Arame, because Arame's ice and Sukuna's fire. So if Arame also had fire, like, it would make sense because Sukuna could have bestowed the power on her or him or whatever.
Oh wait.
Problem is,
like, yeah, I'm sorry. Wade and Isaiah have actually just fixed this whole like Reggie's receipt curse technique and creation. Obviously.
Oh yeah, just diamonds. Just create diamonds.
Yeah.
Literally, that's it. Just become infinitely rich.
Nice. There we go then.
There we go. Thank you for coming. That was
solved.
Discussion over.
Might as well place the rest of this shit. I like Sex Education was a fun show. I'll put that like low B tier.
I'd say, yeah. Bottom B, top of C. I think that's.
I'll put it there. Why not? She-Hulk like that.
Didn't watch it.
Very bad.
Saw some interesting scenes on Twitter.
The first episode was good. Looked promising. The rest of it was straight ass. Terrible.
Yeah, Kuzukabe, that's a good point.
I'm go A tier.
A tier, yeah.
Sherlock,
you need a shit ton of cursed energy to use construction. Yeah, but realistically, if you're creating diamond every couple of months, I think you'll be okay. Who knows?
WandaVision is just bad. And what if it was bottom C? And I'd say Code Geass. Okay, this is where things get interesting. All right, this is where things get interesting because I've told chat that because I haven't finished Code Geass, I'm not gonna rank it because I know the ending is supposed to be the best. But I did say, based off what I've seen so far, it's not S or A tier.
What? To be fair, I haven't seen a single episode of Code Geass.
But why are you doing that then? You're making me feel even worse about it. You haven't even watched the damn show. Because
it's funny.
Oh my god, bro. I think I
make your point before chat actually.
No, it's quite funny. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to see. Oh, bro.
Messages are raining in already.
Gunner's like, if he's subscribed, he's finding that unsubscribe button right now, bro. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's just, look, I like the characters. I don't like mechs that much. Like, I don't care for the fights and stuff. I think it's, ironically, I don't like mechs that much. No, I don't.
Oh, goodness me.
Unless it's done like really like not Code Geass. Gurren Lagann, I was like, oh, it's a mech anime, never mind. But I was like quite intrigued because Gurren Lagann got really weird towards the end, and I was kind of like, the last few episodes had me locked in. But Code Geass is like, it feels like two very separate things. You've got the mech side, and the story side, and they're like completely not to do with each. Like Gurren Lagann is an anime about mechs. Code Geass is an anime about the story that just happens to have mechs.
Wallahi, I'm unsubscribing.
Fuck's sake, this managed to ruin my whole bloody YouTube in one stream. It's great. Should I just piss everyone off, put Code Geass in C and end the stream? I could. I could.
You do have the power.
Code Geass above AOT! Kusakabe. Who am I to talk back to Kusakabe, man? Realistically, I'm not him. I feel like I just need to accept it.
That is just the placement now, unfortunately. Even if you disagree.
Look, if it wasn't for chapter 254, then I would disagree with you, but I'm just in no position to talk back to the GOAT. It's gonna simple domain my ass. Wait. Oh my god! Oh my god! What the fuck? How have I not noticed this, bro? This whole... For ages, yeah? I've been seeing a guy in chat called Lanky. And he's just said... I've been seeing him, and I'm like, I feel like I know that name. He's now said, Kusakabe, I have his live location. How would he have my live location? And then I've seen his profile picture, and I remember who has the name Lanky. It's fucking Porb. With Finley One Nut as his profile picture.
Oh, malicious.
Oh, he actually does have my location. It is you, right? I haven't just called out a random stranger who happens to look a bit like someone I know. Paul, we've been here for ages, mate. I literally have not even clocked that it was you.
When he drops into my streams as well, I'd never notice because the name would always throw me off.
Yeah, most recently he's been called Coxer Dickens. Fucking confuse the shit out of me when I'm sitting in your stream and I see someone else type with my name.
No, I'm M6.
Okay, mate, sure. Okay, I mean, it's been about a quarter of an hour. Pretty chill stream. Chat's just been pretty lively, talking about JJK most of the time, crying about my Code Geass placements and my Hunter x Hunter placements. Just all my placements, really. Well, I'll put out a. I think we're gonna probably finish it up because I intended for this to be like quite a short, just sort of chill stream. People can come in, talk about JJK for a bit, kind of vibe. I am gonna put out an actual like thing on my community page soon, announcing this, and on my Twitter as well, which you should all go follow my Twitter in case you haven't. But we'll have a stream next Sunday. A pretty long stream where Mr. Jaff and I are going to be basically fixing and correctly grading every single character, literally every single like character in Jujutsu Kaisen. It's going to be a great stream. We're going to sit here with a tier list a bit like this, with like the whole grading system, and go through and give every character in JJK a grade. So make sure you watch out for that. I will post something on it as well. And we'll also have chapter 255 this week because we do not have a break, which is pretty cool.
No break.
Yeah.
No break.
I'm very much looking forward to figure out exactly why Miguel is here. But yeah, I think that you got anything to say, Jeff?
No, it's just a nice chill one again. It's gonna be fun next weekend to painstakingly go through the ranking system, give her a little update, and go through all the characters. I'm sure we'll have some interesting opinions about some of people's favorites.
I'm sure we'll have some occasional disagreements as well between
That's what we
the
live
two
for,
of
man.
us.
And
But
devil's advocate.
it would
Always.
be boring if we agreed on everything.
Yes, sir. But no, it'll be a good one and a bit of a longer one too. So
JJK is probably the only anime I can trust you with ranking in. That's fair. That's fair. It will be a good stream. I recommend you guys check it out. It'll be a pretty long stream. Sunday the 31st. Make sure you watch out for it because it's going to be hella entertaining. No, don't. I can't. I'm getting rid of it. Right. Don't use this tier list as a basis for what you think my JJK ones will look like, man. Although, knowing the JJK community, no one's gonna be happy, no matter what we do. Someone's gonna have something to complain about, especially with my recent Panda and Kashimo hate. Like Kashimo genuinely has moved so many places down from where he has been after seeing like Yuta smack Sukuna with a katana in base, taking out half his face. Kashimo hit him with like the biggest energy blast I've seen a character do other than Gojo, and just nothing happened to him.
Since we drafted the since we drafted it initially, I think that character was the one which has moved places probably the most.
Yeah.
Up and down.
And naturally we're gonna have the Shiesty Sorcerer like top of special grade, like easily, right? We know he's about so
30-minute section breaking down his character. I can't wait. My god.
Yuji for sure in S tier. I mean, the S tier will be like special grade because we're doing it. It won't be like it will be like grades instead of like S A B. You'll have like special grade, special grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. Hell, for characters as arse as Miwa, we're gonna probably create a grade 5 as well. So it'll be like we'll basically be fixing the grading system and be giving everyone like who isn't graded and who is graded their actual grades. So all of the Culling Game players that you haven't seen their grades, we're gonna give them their grades. We're gonna look at characters like. A good example I can give is Momo, the girl with the broomstick, who's apparently a grade 2. We're going to look at her and go, no, you're wrong, gay, and we're going to move her straight down to grade 4. So.
Yeah, and I think it'll be an interesting sort of approach to rank curses at the same time as well. Talking about disaster curses and potentially others which we've seen but maybe not hear the names of directly. It'll be an interesting conversation regardless.
I can't lie, the Panda hate has been accumulating. I've just got Panda over Kashimo, lol nah, even Kashimo destroyed Panda. Panda was holding back the entire time.
Panda's too nice, bro, you didn't want to hurt him.
There's a power scale tier list? Kinda. It's not like a tier list, it's just, I mean, it is a tier list. We're just giving them their grades. It's not necessary because like JJK is matchup dependent.
I think like the best way we can
so matchup dependent.
Yeah.
So yeah.
In a general setting, what is the potential output is probably the best way.
Rather than like pitching them up against each other.
Yeah. That'll be for another time.
It will, yeah. It will. Very much so.
Miwa was holding back. I do not want to hear that opinion. I'm sorry.
Miwa enjoyers are not welcome here, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Mods ban them.
Rip Miwa. What mods, bro? I ain't got mods. What am I gonna do, mate? Pour a mod? Nah, I'm good. I do need to get some mods, I can't lie. Oh wait, you thought it was about characters as in like just how they are as a character?
as in like community perception sort of deal.
Yeah, no. In that sense, then yes, power scaling in it, bruv. But I can't lie. I hate the whole power scaling thing. It's all like I don't know. I feel like it's just because that's the thing that I always see, like angry TikTok and Twitter anime nerds go on about. It's just like, oh, but power
Yeah.
scaling means Kashimo is faster than light. Shut up. No, he's not. Hush. And they're all like, but power scaling. Saying but power scaling doesn't mean shit if you're just waffling. I can say, but power scaling Miwa Solo's Gojo. Saying it doesn't bring it into reality. But some people are just like, power scaling, Kashimo moves faster than light. Nah.
I feel like power scaling's an often used excuse for headcanon,
yeah.
unfortunately. And that sort of brings
It's
about a bad
useful.
name.
It's useful to an extent.
Yeah.
Casually, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Adrian knows, man. Adrian
yes.
knows.
Casually. Perfect word. Casual.
Kusagabe special grade off rip. Ho.
Should Kashimo but his should be Kashimo, but his fraud status is undeniable. Yeah, his fraud status is unreal. But like,
wait, no. That was who do you think is stronger, Urame or Kashimo? Urame, 100%.
I think it is Arame.
100 times out of 100 times. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think Arame is like probably. I mean, Arame is almost definitely more skilled in Jujutsu than Kashimo. I mean, we know Arame has RCT. Kashimo showed no signs of RCT. Like, Arame has just got
RCT.
that, like, very good RCT, but also just that experience as well. Gotta have some insane output to, like... I mean, yeah, if you even just think about...
blood.
Yeah, piercing blood with just a hand, bro. And she was fast enough
held it
as well.
Yeah, she held it in her hand. I'm telling you, Arame is head and shoulders above Kashimo, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like I do think piercing blood would just shred through Kashimo's arms.
And you got to think of the crowd control as well. How many did she freeze in one blast?
Kashimo is just like offensively, he is really strong, but he has not got anything defensively that I've seen. Like, he's just obviously he's got a lot of curse energy, so he is like a tank, but he's not a Ryu tank. He's not a Yuta tank. He's not a Hikari tank.
I've watched anime power scalers and debates for years. Seen people make utter fools of themselves and end in friendships.
Yeah, it's just
that
stupid.
Is so
like,
true, man. That is so true.
It's definitely useful, but it is just best enjoyed casually. You can't.
Yeah, that's a discussion point. I feel.
That's when I hear like
discussion point.
I don't know, man. I'm not too well educated in terms of these kind of things when it comes to Demon Slayer and My Hero, but like there are some people who are just like, these characters are easily faster than light. No. What? Like, realistically, it's fine for people to like have those headcanons. It's cool, but the logic I see people bring to the table, and it's normally about speed. Speed is normally the one that like just winds me up the most, because they're like, because this was as fast. People's logic is. I had a guy in my comment section the other day who came and genuinely tried to make an argument that Kashimo was faster than light because he was nicknamed the God of Lightning. To which point I made the point, like, tell me one. He was like, show me your Discord, bro. I'll give you evidence. And I was like, you can just drop me some evidence here. Like, just tell me what page or like what he did that showed he was faster than light. And he goes, he's called the God of Lightning. I'm like, okay, by that logic, he should be lightning speed, not light speed. Very different things. They're two very different speeds. He's not lightning speed, but even by that logic, it doesn't, you know? But he's like, power scaling, which means, and I was like, that means Sukuna's faster than light, because he was faster than Kashimo. And he's like, yes. He said, yes, Sukuna, Kashimo faster than light, and he said they're both faster than Gojo. And I was like, nah, no.
Adrian hit the point, like literally on the head there, talking about it's just interpret the story how you want, have it which enjoys you the most, because that's what it's designed for. At the end of the day, everyone is going to have a different interpretation of whatever art form it is, you know.
Realistically,
and the next message as well is like, the problem only arises when you try and shove it
See,
down people's
Gege's a
throats.
little bit different because he does like to add those very detailed things to his abilities. Like he was very specific with projection sorcery and with like Gojo's ability. Like he's very clear that Gojo's the fastest and stuff, so he gets into it a little bit more. But with Demon Slayer, do you really think the mangaka gives a shit about what actual speed these characters are? He just makes them go fast. Like he's like,
Yeah.
they go from here to here. The mangaka has not sat down and go, this character is this speed. Like, it's always headcanon. It is always a headcanon because I do not believe for a second the mangaka of Demon Slayer has sat down and gone, yeah, no, these characters are actually faster than light, mate. Yeah. Well, these characters are these characters are hypersonic. These characters are like fucking like I don't know, Mark 3, he doesn't. Nah, bro. He's just like Zenitsu go zoom. That's it. That's like all he does. So it's just all headcanon.
That is so true, bro. They be saying everyone faster than light in One Piece. The amount of One Piece arguments
That's
I've heard.
what I mean. I hear it from My Hero, One Piece, and Demon Slayer, and it's like, bro, shut up. Do you think the guy who writes this sat down and was really like, yeah? He doesn't care. He's just like, they go fast.
Yeah, and it's made to make you go, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool power. Or this links in with the story. This gives the story the next bit of progression. It's not always about this is the ranking system and these are the top 10 most quick and the top 10 most powerful. Just enjoy it, man. You know.
See, Adrian, I like that, bro. It shows a lot of passion for someone to do something they enjoy and go and like try and have a go at it for themselves. I approve very much. Keep at it. Kashima's OP, but just got wasted. I don't know, not really because he was the strongest. Yeah, I mean, even then, like, people make the argument of because, like, this 87-year-old deathbed Kashimo couldn't be bothered to travel halfway across the country to fight Ryu Ishiguri, they decided that obviously, like, Kashimo is stronger. And as much as I do think Kashimo would beat Ryu, people take that, just that one thing of Kashimo having an ego, to be like, he would slam Ryu. Like, destroy. I don't think people give Ryu enough credit. I think he'd lose to Kashimo. But it's not, like, it's close. Like, it's not as cut and dry as people think it is. He literally said, like, he said it sounded like too much effort. Like, not worth it. Because he was literally on the other side of the bloody country. And this guy is, like, 90 years old at this point or something. It's not a matter of, oh, I can't be bothered because he's too weak. Ryu was easily one of the strongest in his era, which was a weak era. I saw someone say something about Yorozu, I think. I want to read it. I like Yorozu.
Who you got in a death match, Yorozu or Ryu?
Yes, MHA verse is faster than light and it's not headcanon.
Goodness me.
But why?
We've got him, boy. We've got him, boys. We got him. We found him.
I mean, it's cool. It's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, I don't get why. Like, because Gege is quite good at stating projection sorcery, 24 frames a second. That's like, that's a value he's placed on it. Pretty much. He's gone like, obviously it's not like, he hasn't gone, you know, X miles an hour or whatever, but he's gone, it's pretty damn fast, and it's second to Gojo, who is the fastest. He gives us more of an idea than a lot of people do. But I just don't think, unless it's actually stated, like, how fast these characters get, or it's, like, blatantly obvious, unless you're, like, for someone who isn't going and searching for little details to try and figure out how fast they are, unless it's blatantly obvious, I think it is just a headcanon. Because I just don't think it's...
Yeah.
I don't think the mangaka cares what speed they are. As long as it's all, like, they're all... As long as the character who's meant to be faster is faster than the weaker character, that's all they care about. I don't think they care about the specific values. Kashimo is best enjoyed as a femboy, and I will not elaborate. I don't need you to elaborate. You think it is? If it's stated, then it's stated, and I won't argue with that. I will not. I think if in the domain clash between them, if the short hits cancel each other out. What? Wait, what are we talking about? Ryu versus who? Kashimo?
Yorozu.
Oh,
No,
Yorozu.
Yorozu. Yeah.
Ryu versus Yorozu.
I did try getting my point out, but you was in flow.
Oh, sorry.
No,
It's
it's all
the
good. I was like, I'll let him take this, and I'll just remind him afterwards because I didn't want it to disappear.
it's the ADHD, man. I sometimes just like. I mean, I'm sure you'll find it the more we do stuff. I'll accidentally just cut people off and then go on massive rants without realizing I'm doing it.
It's just a tangent, man.
It's just a
You
thing.
just got to expect it. You've just got to expect it, and I'm sure I'll end up doing it at some stage.
Please do.
But
I need.
yeah.
Sometimes people just need to cut me off, or I'll never stop.
So Yorozu versus Ryu.
Thing is,
Death battle.
Yorozu has just got this skill.
Yeah.
Like, she was stated to be like one of the ones sitting right at the top of the Heian era. That's ridiculous. I don't think Kashimo or Ryu could do that. Like, genuinely, do not think they could like climb anywhere near as high up the Heian era ladder as Yorozu did. Like, I swear Yorozu was killed by Sukuna.
Yes.
She was, right? Because she ran over and like gave him a hug and then she
Yes.
just died.
It was in the Sendai colony, wasn't it? If my memory serves me right.
No, I'm talking about literally back in the Heian era.
Oh. Back in the Heian era,
Yeah, because
didn't she want to marry him?
Yeah, well, no, we got a flashback and she was like obsessed with him. He came over for like, because people used to like praise, like worship him for crops or some like a good yield or some shit like that. Kashimo would have thrived in the farmer era of the Heian period, but I'm not sure he would have done good as a sorcerer. But yeah, no, so she was literally like, she was one shot by Sukuna because she wasn't even trying to fight him. But I can't lie, I think she'd slam most culling. I think she is like the second strongest culling game player.
Yeah. I feel like the just like the variability in her power set as well.
Yeah. And it was so clear that like I know her domain's strong as shit because like it outright stated her curse technique is a incredibly I mean, we saw it in Mai, right? Like the creation curse technique is so inefficient. It's such a arse technique for an average sorcerer to have, but she was so skilled and had so much cursed energy that she managed to like make it one of the most dangerous and be the strongest, even though it was inefficient. She's so skilled.
And metal bending is always a win. So.
I mean, yeah. That perfect sphere as well, like, oof.
Yeah. Higuruma is a very different point.
See, the thing is about Higuruma is I don't understand. Does he? So, from what I thought Higuruma did, he confiscates the curse technique.
Yes.
And just the curse technique. So you can still fight with cursed energy, but someone said that he was like, you can't fight with cursed energy if your cursed technique gets taken because of some confusing shit that your brain does. So if you've genuinely got no cursed energy to fight with after confiscation, then yeah, you're cooked. But if people
didn't they justify it by saying if your technique is like taken away, it's almost like a month of a lack of a better analogy, sort of like when you take the stabilizers off the bike.
Yeah,
it's sort of like so different. It would take more training to get back to where you was, sort of deal. But I could also be completely theory crafting that.
I
feel I remember like something.
By that very logic, it's then like the ultimate weapon against like
it could do both
above average and average sorcerers. But for like again, like, do we think the stabilizers are important for someone like Yorozu?
Yes, because they would have been that way their entire life.
I
And it's
guess.
like it's like taking a piece out. It's like taking a chip out of your brain, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that. No, wait. I swear. Oh, I feel like I want to go read this chapter now. I'm not gonna lie.
Just for clarification,
Yeah,
yeah.
I need to know because then Higuruma's a lot stronger than I thought he was.
I'm fairly certain he has 3 options: cursed tool removal, cursed energy, where you can't control it, and then confiscation innate technique. They are the 3. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong.
I
But
think it's
I'm
just I think it's
fairly
just
sure.
confiscation and death sentence though, no? And then
Nah,
confiscation will
they
just like it will just either be
fully like take it all away or
well, it's
none.
just if you have a cursed tool, it confiscates the cursed tool. That's one with Sukuna. Like it's not optional, I don't think.
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
Kusakabe, yeah. That's where I'm thinking. That's where I'm going wrong.
I mean, Higuruma did like kill 20 sorcerers.
Oh, Higuruma's no slouch, and his technique is incredibly interesting, and his domain expansion has some really cool interactions.
Do you know what's
But
pretty? Do you know what's actually pretty arse about the technique though, which people forget because of the way they planned it around to beat Sukuna with it? Is that Judgment can choose anything that qualifies as a crime. So like, Yuji was in the end not held responsible for the Shibuya incident, but originally like Judgment did consider him guilty and then summon the sword, and Higuruma could have just like if it touched him he would have died. So it went from you illegally were playing on a pachinko machine when you were underage to you know, destroyed an entire city. It really just depends what the crime is. And they had to big brain it to get Sukuna like death sentence. So it really does depend. Oh wait. Oh no, okay, wait, never mind. Yeah, no, so maybe what you were trying to say is like you can say nothing, you can confess, or you can deny, and then the severity of your sentence depends on which of the 3 you choose to take.
all right, that's where I was getting 3 from.
Would you like the twist if it gets revealed with
I
Miguel?
really like that.
Wait, would you like the twist if it gets revealed with Miguel that Sukuna was the strongest sorcerer in history in Japan but not the world? I do really like that idea. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
I just
saying someone should be
think it's enough world building.
stronger. Like I don't think Miguel or anyone from anywhere else should be stronger than Sukuna. I think it should just be unique to the sorcery that Japan is used to and challenge Sukuna in a way that he is like not currently in like because obviously we know Sukuna's very good in adapting for himself, but he still has this general knowledge of jujutsu. So he supposedly knew about domain amplification, knew about things like healing your curse technique through the whole brain recovery thing. Like he knows a lot about the heights of jujutsu, which we've only seen from Japan, but it would be very interesting to see this sort of like completely new take on jujutsu that Sukuna is not used to dealing with, and have someone actually compete on equal footing and put him on the back foot. Not be stronger. I don't want someone to be outright stronger than him unless it's one of our main guys. Like, unless it's Yuji or Yuta, I genuinely don't want anyone to, like, obviously surpass him. Because I think he's really in a good state at the moment. But it would be nice to see a unique ability throw him off, if that makes sense.
Almost like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, very much so.
History.
Very much so. Right.
I feel like someone stronger currently isn't a good idea, but maybe someone stronger in history wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
because that would also hurt Sukuna's ego, and I feel like that could be the turning point. Not
Yeah,
to
for
say that he
sure.
hasn't got serious before, but almost like I need to prove myself.
Like
Because
if
how else are we gonna get that character to want to prove himself? We're not, because he thinks everyone's below him. So what about you introduce a player which he wasn't aware of 500 years ago that he can't fight, so he has to prove that he's good enough. So that's quite an interesting story beat they could probably explore.
yeah, it'd be interesting if like Miguel's just like a descendant of um one of these like hella strong sorcerers
Yeah,
from
with
like
some sort of variation of the
Africa.
technique. Yeah, or knowledge of the technique
Almost
to
like
use it in
how
part.
like just inherited techniques, like you have with like the big three clans. Like Kamo inherits the Kamo clan technique. Megami inherits the Zenin clan, you know, inherited technique. Like just for Miguel to be that guy that inherited the whatever bloody like clan or whatever like technique is just of what could have descended from like genuinely the strongest sorcerer in history from Africa, not Japan, and then he's inherited that would
Yeah.
be really cool.
I feel like there'd be quite some interesting interactions between Sukuna as well there. Because it'd almost be something in similar vein to Maki.
That's a good point,
Where it'd
Adrian.
be, a new thing which he hasn't seen, even though he's sort of an incredibly old being, which I've experienced a lot. Yeah, Kusakabe makes a good point there.
Huh.
Is that Drew's statement real?
What drill statement?
In chat, do you think the Cullen games happened but another time before? Because in Drew's intro in Sendai, it said it was his second incarnation. Hmm.
We go have a look at this as well.
I was about to say, let me get the chapters
right,
up.
one at a time. I'll get to Driv. I'll get to Driv in a second because that's interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine. I can take Drew.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I gotta guess what. Does anyone have the chapter number? Who was mentioning about Drew? Please.
Okay, I have solved the problem. And I have concluded that a sorcerer like Yorozu would absolutely obliterate Higuruma.
That goes.
Because basically what happened is, so Higuruma's confiscation confiscates a curse technique, right? But unless there is more later, which I have not read yet, and it clarifies something different, but what it says is, so Yuji gets confiscation, and then he says, like, oh, I'm like struggling to control my cursed energy. Let me find the exact words. Can't use your cursed energy? Nope, thanks to you. The penalty of confiscation makes it temporarily impossible to use cursed techniques, but I suspect you don't have one, so the effect for you must be prevention of use of cursed energy instead.
Right.
So it's because Yuji doesn't have a cursed technique that it disrupts his cursed energy instead. What I find interesting about that could actually, like, I don't even know where to start in analyzing that, because there's actually a lot to unpack there, because it tells you a lot about Yuji's current state. There's questions about whether confiscation, like, affects Sukuna, because Yuji's still got Sukuna in him at this point. And if that is the case, and he hasn't got a curse technique, then it means he actually hasn't got a curse technique. Or that his curse technique is cursed energy.
What if the soul swap thing that we've all thought was him just like transferring souls? What if it's transferring cursed energy, which would transfer the soul? but his ability or his curse technique is just complete control over yours and his curse energy.
I mean, this in itself is kind of suggesting it's very possible Sukuna's and Yuji's curse technique is something to do with the essence of curse, like just cursed energy. It would be very fitting. It kind of goes into what I was saying, like my refinement black box theory of just like having complete mastery over cursed energy. Soul Swap is an ability, not a technique. I agree. I agree. What do I have a good theory? Yuji is weirdly strong without cursed energy and we still have no real explanation. I do have a video on that. That's correct. I'm Adrian the Pro on my videos, man. Shout out.
I did send you the clarification about Druve, and it is fairly interesting.
Alright, let me have a little... I don't want to drag that on the screen.
I still think what I said last time about Yuji being born with a heavenly restriction, but Sukuna giving him cursed energy, and then him becoming the best of both worlds. I still think that's going to be true.
Are you
That's an
saying that?
interesting
Are you
point.
saying that based on your own theory or off my video?
That's just my theory. I had this since watching season 1.
That's like my second most viewed video is that theory. That exact
Oh,
theory.
really?
Yeah. It's literally like, it's honestly, I think you'd really enjoy it. You should go watch it because
I probably have watched. I watched like all of your videos.
I like take that theory and then I did some hella research into like, I just chose a load of things that I thought were interesting and looked up their like, I don't know,
The new strongest sorcerer in history, right?
meanings. No, it's more recent. It's Sukuna's Fatal Error, I think it's called.
Oh, I started it but I finished my food really early. So
It's basically, it's about how like, my main point is like Gojo is kind of, a lot of imagery is used, especially when he's fighting Sukuna, that Gojo is a kind of dragon, right? And then Heavenly Restriction is always portrayed as a tiger. Like if you look at Maki and her scars,
and his nickname, yeah,
and his nickname, and even when Sukuna throws like a massive dismantle net at him, when he walks through it, when Sukuna first takes over Megami, a lot like a tiger, and Gojo's infinity is referred to as scales. Sukuna's chant is like scale of the dragon, and the phrase throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one, is a play on basically just this balance, which is, you know, yin and yang, which is in Japanese culture a lot of the time represented as a flying dragon, so like on one side and then a tiger on the earth. So Yuji would be like this person with heavenly restriction and having gained cursed energy from Sukuna, sitting in the perfect balance, which would make him the honored one, which I find kind of just adds up very nicely with this whole like balance thing. But it is basically just a theory about he is like not at its peak. He is just a perfectly balanced combination of a heavenly restriction user's strength and body and Sukuna's cursed energy, which is such a deadly combination. He just needs to like reach his full potential. It does only affect the soul that was sentenced. They were very, very sure going into the fight that it would differentiate between two souls, yes. Although we never actually got to see whether that was the case. Theories are just theories. It's just fun to think about this kind of stuff, though. But, oh, that was rough. But, yeah, no, they are just like, I change my theory like every week, add new bits on. It's just fun. The more I sit and think about it, the more interesting it gets. Then Gege just like doesn't even bother talking about Yuji, forgets he exists, talks about Miguel instead. Is what it is. The executioner, can't speak. No words. Yup, the You guys don't even understand. Like, I know I've put some bloopers in my videos, but the amount of takes I have to do because I can't speak English is ridiculous. I'm gonna try
This
one
man
more time,
cannot speak.
and then I'm gonna get someone else to do it. Yup, the executioner's sword specifically goes for the soul of the targets, so always kills. Correct. Can I get can I get an applause, please, for getting through that sentence in one piece?
Yippee!
Maybe Higuruma killed a reincarnated sorcerer and the
my
human
girlfriend.
was just okay. Yeah, the problem with that is for majority of like the vessels, they're just so deeply suppressed that I'm not sure they'd like Angel said, and Angel and said when using a curse technique on like normal culling game players that it would probably kill the vessel as well because they're so like deeply suppressed. And the difference is that like obviously Megami is very deeply suppressed, but nowhere near the same level that just the random vessels were. Like he still has a level of consciousness, and they figured out that like Jacob Zada wouldn't kill him, it would just help split him apart from Sukuna. Whereas for normal, like the Executioner Sword might just kill both, like the vessel and the sorcerer, just because they're so deeply suppressed. The same way it would just probably kill Chozo and his vessel. Because otherwise, like, Mahito would get completely shredded in the culling games because everyone would have awareness of their soul. And so, like, to make that not the case, the condition is that you have to, like, in some way actually share the body. Whereas for people like Chozo, he doesn't have awareness of the soul because his vessel, and they spoke about this a bit, like, his vessel is so deeply suppressed that you're just not even aware it's there. Sukuna, oh yes, my ancient technique. Yuta, oh yes, your ancient technique. You haven't used this since the Heian era. This one is also a favorite of mine. He did kind of just do that to him in 251, I think. That was beautiful. Bro is majestic, like holy shit.
Do you think there's like a slight recall to Yuta's copy? So that he can't just like whip out hollow purples?
Well, he can't whip out hollow purples for a different reason.
What is that reason?
We ain't got the 6 eyes, bruv.
You can use Infinity with that 6 eyes.
Not for a hollow purple, you can't. There's no way, bro.
Says who?
The fact that he hasn't used it. And Gege. We did this the other day. I pulled it up, bro.
Oh, did fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it was he's saying that you can't use it as efficiently.
No, you can't use hollow.
Think about hollow purple is like hollow purple is like the maximum, both maximum output, like a max red and a max blue smashed together. There is no way. I don't think someone without the 6 eyes, like just because it
the know-how,
like Yuta, I think has the actual cursed energy for at least one of those. Like I don't think he could do like Gojo can just do like red, red, blue, red, no problem. Yuta could probably manage one with his cursed energy, but the 6 eyes lets you control space at a like atomic level.
Molecular level, isn't it?
Yeah. So without that
And
actual
that's what's
control,
required.
yeah, it's too difficult. Which is why I think Wee could be an example of Limitless without
6 eyes.
6 eyes. And it would make sense as well why Mei and Wee would be Gojos, because and like why they wouldn't go by those names, because I feel like if you've got Satoru Gojo as the clan head and the strongest sorcerer in the world, probably the best way to like get at him would be to go after his family. As horrible as that is, like, that's like the best. So I feel
protection.
Like you have to like not advertise that you're part of the Gojo clan, which is maybe like probably why we see, you know, a fair bit of the Kamo clan, a lot of the Zenin clan, and absolutely none of the Gojo clan. But they're probably just like right in front of us.
I think it's probably more to protect 6 eyes and Limitless users when they're born. So none of them are Gojos until they're strong enough to handle where there's Satoru, and it's like, it's Satoru. Realistically, if someone wants Gojo dead, like the Gojo that we know, they haven't got a choice in that.
Angel, that's true, mate, but Todo knew about purple. So I think it's safe to assume most of the students at like...
Did he? Oh, Todo. I
thought Todo did, because Yuji took a step forward and he was like, brother, Don't go any further. You're gonna get fucked.
I wonder if that's Yuki told him.
Probably, honestly. Probably.
So
I
it
love
might
during
just be
training.
Rito, don't you?
Yeah.
I really love that, like, Kanjaku didn't know shit about Yuki's ability because no one knew anything about Yuki's, like, not even the JJK, the JJK higher-ups? What am I smoking? The Jujutsu higher-ups didn't know shit about Yuki's ability. Yeah, but I mean, Toji, when he first... Wait, what are you guys talking about Toji? I love a Toji convo.
I think my favorite panel in the entire series is the higher ups dead. So satisfying.
I'm sorry, that caught me so off guard. That was great. I respect that. Oh. Honestly, I think Takaba vs Kenjaku is like, as much as I don't care for the actual, other than seeing the nurse Kenjaku and the cat Kenjaku, I didn't care for the contents of the Takaba vs Kenjaku fight because it doesn't translate very well, but I love the concept. Like, it's one of my favorite fights as an idea in the show, and I think it's the perfect ending to both of those characters.
I just love that Kinjaku could have ended it earlier, but was just having fun.
Yeah.
Like, he could have
I
whipped out a
prefer.
domain.
You're right, but I prefer the idea of him dressed up as a nurse having fun, but actually he's like desperately fighting for his life right now. It's like, I find that so much funnier.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was genuinely like, he was willing, if Takaba was that entertaining, to put like his 1,000 years of planning aside if Takaba could be more entertaining. And I respect that. That's like very true to his character. It's brilliant.
Did Yuta and Inumaki kill the higher ups?
Yeah.
I thought it was Gojo.
No, it was Yuta and Inumaki. How could it be Gojo? Oh, it could be Gojo, I guess, yeah, but
Yeah, I thought
no,
Gojo came out.
Well, it's not
put the
explicitly
smoke with Kenjaku. Saw Megami and was like, actually,
it's
nah, I'll put these guys on hold. Let me go smoke the higher ups a sec.
It's not explicitly stated, but we see Yuta and Inumaki walking down the higher up place corridor talking about shit, and then we suddenly see them all dead. So I think it's safe to assume Rika, like, Inumaki was like
crazy.
Inumaki and like just said like don't move, and then Rika just like ate them all. Simple as.
Right, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you, lads. And thank you, chat. Been perfect as always. And I will catch you all next week for the exciting stream.
Enjoy your night, Jeff.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the stream, guys. Have a good one.
See you, mate. I'll probably I'll stick around for another 10-15 minutes, talk to chat a bit, and then I will also head out. This was not meant to be a 2-hour stream, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to do a tier list, just at like this wasn't actually meant to be a tier list stream. It was just meant to be me talking to chat for a bit, but I decided to do a tier list of like every show I watched in the background, and I just got cooked. Like, I just got royally cooked by everyone here, bro. I got so fried. I'm terrified for next week when we grade all the for everyone who doesn't know, Sunday 31st, we're gonna do a big stream where me and the guy who was just here, we're gonna basically go and correctly grade every single character in JJK, including culling game players that weren't graded. It's basically just gonna be a huge tier list where we rank and grade every single character in JJK. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. It'll be a fun time.
And it's going to be an objective tier list as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
As objective as possible.
As in, is he objectively true? There's no room for debate. You two are correct. And you leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unless he disagrees with me, and then I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. My channel, my rules, innit? If I say Kashimo is grade 5, then he's grade 5. You really liked the
think-
Nurse Kenjaku? I did.
I found it very funny. I think it was perfect for Kenjaku because Kenjaku is a very knowledgeable, smart character, very wise, sort of. And there's nothing that can really take Kenjaku by surprise.
Except
and he's
that.
facing the one person who there is zero planning for. Like, you do not know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, with Higuruma, it's a really cool technique, and like, so it can go anywhere. Haven't seen it before.
Farmer grade.
You kind of just, you can plan for it, but yeah. And very good writing from Gege. I was gonna say Kenjaku then.
Yeah, no, it is for sure. I do like it. The meme of Nurse Kenjaku saying "Nide" with. Looking this shit up, bro. I never heard of this shit. Nurse Kenjaku. Nah,
Who is your favorite Culling Games character? Like the new ones that came in.
So like
anybody introduced?
Anyone
after
introducing
Shibuya?
Cunningham?
Yeah.
Not including Hikari, right?
Um,
Because obviously
he's gonna
everyone
be your
knows,
answer.
like,
yeah,
because he's in the Culling game. Yuta's my favorite, but he was introduced before that. So
yeah. Cool.
oh my god.
I'll say don't do Hikari.
Let me pull up my JJK character list. It's not Kashima, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I do think
whilst,
Kashima. I do think Kashima is cool, but he ain't that cool.
Whilst he's looking for this chat, do you think with Todo they could have dealt with Sukuna by now? I feel like Todo's.
If anyone
so good
says
in the
no,
group.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
I'm ending the stream. Okay,
Yes.
good. We're fine. Adrian said yes. That's all that
Adrian's
matters.
always right. Yeah, Adrian's always right.
I think it's between Ryu and. I think Ryu's so cool. It's
Yeah.
between Ryu and Yorozu for me.
Really?
I love, bro. Yorozu's so sick.
I agree, but I was expecting a Higuruma.
No, he's cool, but he's not. He's not.
Shane said no. Patch said no.
Wait, what was the question? I forgot.
What's it called? Todo.
Oh yeah, Todo.
Sukuna.
Yeah. Listen, man. Todo's just listen. You put Todo far away. Yeah. You make Yuta go in. So obviously Yuta's this huge presence with Rika. You're kind of like hide Todo's presence. Todo watches from the top of a building. What's this? Sukuna charging up for a world-dividing slash? Clap? Sukuna caught in his own world-dividing slash? Series over?
Ruh-roh.
You telling me that's not a real possibility?
The problem with your plan, Adrian, is would Todo agree to let Yuji get stabbed? No. So
That's actually
happen.
facts, yeah. But you could do it with anyone there though.
Yeah, anybody.
You could just like imbue a rock with cursed energy and stab the rock. Or like just above where the rock is.
I would love to have seen just Sukuna reacting
What
to like,
happens?
not knowing where Todo is, but just seeing Todo just clap and just everybody teleporting everywhere.
Wait. Stunlock. Yeah, I mean, Todo is literally like the closest you get to like a glitch in a video game.
Yes.
Like it's just a cheat. Like it's an exploit. No matter how strong they are, you can just like run it back and yeah, it's like a stun lock, exactly.
It's literally just and you could TP people to Wee Wee. And then TP them out so Wee Wee wouldn't have to be as
so
close.
Wee Wee doesn't have to go up close and personal.
I love Todo. Todo is. Why is he written out, man?
You think Sukuna speed blitzes Todo? Todo's like 23 finger Sukuna, man. What are you talking about? Sukuna would lose to Todo. Like, if Todo used 100% of his power, nobody is safe, bro.
I think Todo is smart enough to know that that's an opportunity.
Like,
so
if
he would like
I'm saying, if
he would just
Todo-
teleport himself around.
If Todo puts his headphones on and starts playing a recording of Takada, bro, nothing is stopping him.
I agree.
Nothing.
Do you think Black Flashes stack up? So like,
What do you mean?
so like you hit a Black Flash, you unlock like 120%. You hit another one, now you're up to 140. Get another one, now you're 180.
Yeah, to an extent. I think there's a limit. I think 120% is always like taken a little bit too much at face value. I think it's just dependent. I don't think it's always like, you are at 100, you hit a Black Flash, you're now at 120. I think it's like diminishing returns, right? Like, you hit more, it will go to like, it will just increase. It's like Nanami said, hitting multiple Black Flashes in a row isn't anything impressive. If anything, it's more likely because you're in the zone.
Yeah.
So I think it goes up the most with one Black Flash, and then it just goes up by a little bit less each time after that.
It's like you hit 10 and you're at like 135.
Because it took Gojo like, what, 4 Black Flashes to like completely recover output? And Sukuna's only hit 1, so Sukuna's like recovering output now, but not at the same level Gojo was, because it's one. He's hit 1 Black Flash.
Do you think?
And I genuinely think that Yuji, and until Yuta comes back on Demon Time, like, Yuji and Maki are the only characters Sukuna will Black Flash, because they're the only characters he genuinely feels he has something to prove against. Like, they're the only ones that have pushed him to achieve a goal. He's already said he now will make an exception for Yuji and actively try and shred up his ideals. And he's also said that Maki's given him something to prove by proving that Jujutsu is superior to Heavenly Restriction. The only reason that you use Black Flash is when you have the level of concentration to, like, achieve a goal like that. So they're the only 2 characters I see him using a Black Flash against, until Yuta comes out and is just hella strong.
Do you think Sukuna like used it on command? Because it seemed very much like he was hyping himself up and was like, let me go for this. Or do you think he at least attempted to go for it?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't think he can do it. Like, because this is the thing, right? I don't know what the translation's like, but from what I've seen, people misinterpret Nanami's explanation of Black Flash. Yeah. I think you can hit Black Flash deliberately. What he says is no sorcerer can consistently hit Black Flash deliberately. You can try and hit a Black Flash and be successful. It's just that you cannot. No sorcerer is capable of consistently making every single hit a Black Flash. You can actually try and do one and then, like, be successful. It's just about. So it's not surprising that if Sukuna goes, I'm turning off my RCT to try and, like, boost my output, I'm gonna try go for this Black Flash. It's not like, oh my god, Sukuna can Black Flash on command. It's just that then he did. It doesn't mean he can do it all the time whenever he wants. It's just that he succeeded that time. Same with Yuji as well.
Angel brought up a good point a little bit ago. If Mahito was older, the show would be over because he would be so OP. I think if Mahito survived Shibuya and had a talk with Kenjaku, Mahito's like top 3.
I think like genuinely give Mahito enough time and he goes beyond Sukuna.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be more of a problem than Sukuna. If you gave him, like, if Mahito had the exact same level of experience as Sukuna had, he'd be like 40 finger Sukuna.
I think, well,
maybe 30.
I think the only problem is curse energy. He like, Mahito doesn't have nearly enough as Sukuna.
I don't think he needs it.
Oh, imagine Mahito with an open domain. That'd be so dumb.
Yeah, of course it would, bro. That's just like the only good thing, or not good thing, it's good for us. The only, like, downside to Malevolent Shrine, from what we've seen, is if you have a super buff character with super insane RCT and maybe falling blossom emotion, Malevolent Shrine is not, like, it's not an insta win. Obviously, this is Gojo. Crazy strong, crazy RCT, simple domain, falling blossom emotion. He still took hella damage from it. Hakari, probably gonna be alright. But if you put Hakari in Infinite Void, he's cooked. You can't RCT your way out of Infinite Void. And you can't RCT, I mean, unless Hikari's got... I mean, even then, like, if Hikari gets caught in self-embodiment of perfection, he's cooked. Because even if he can RCT the soul, Mahito changes the shape of the soul, not destroy it. So RCT isn't going to change the shape of the soul, it will just heal the soul. So if he wants to turn... So Hikari will just live as a blobfish if he gets caught in self-embodiment of perfection. It's domains like that are just stronger.
Seeing Finn's face.
Yeah,
in
see,
chat really
Adrian...
caught me off guard.
Adrian, that's a shout. Yeah, no, I noticed it earlier. This, like, he'd been talking for ages, and I was like, I recognize the name Lanky. Who do I know who goes by Lanky? I realized I was making fun of Porb for it, and then I looked at his profile picture, and I was like, aha.
That is the nut.
That is the nut, yeah.
What was Adrian's point?
It would be really cool to see a double spread of Yuji and Sukuna colliding fist, both using Black Flash simultaneously.
That would, yeah.
It might just be the best since, like, I think one of my favorite panels is Gojo's Black Flash on Sukuna. There was something so mystical about Satoru Gojo in Toji's outfit hitting a Black Flash on Sukuna after that crazy domain battle. I think it might still be my favorite Gojo panel.
Julius brought up a good point of why did Yuta not dual wield curse techniques in his domain expansion?
It probably has to do with the fact that, see, it's strange, right? Because with the exception of, well, actually, with the exception of nothing, the objects that are summoned by a domain expansion aren't actually, like, real objects. They're sort of only exist within that domain, if that makes sense. So it's like how the actual shrine in Malevolent Shrine can't be destroyed because it's not a thing in reality. It only really exists in the domain. So I don't think the swords are cursed tools. It's just a way that the domain allows you to access to the techniques without needing the connection to Rika. And for that reason, I think it would still apply that you can't use multiple techniques at once. So he would still be a sort of medium between the technique and like outputting the technique. And because of how the brain works in JJK, you can't use two techniques at the same time. Which is probably why. At least that's just my best guess. The shrine can be destroyed if Sukuna is hurt enough. But the actual shrine itself, like, Gojo fired a red point blank into the shrine and it didn't do shit. And they discussed it, and it was because, like, the shrine is a physical object summoned by the domain that exists within the domain. So then they're like, not, unless the domain fails because Sukuna takes like too much damage or some shit, like you can't actually just manually destroy it. Because otherwise Gojo definitely has enough firepower to just destroy the shrine and then he wins every domain clash.
What do you think about what Adrian said? Gojo being Sukuna's Toji?
No, I think that's exactly what's happening. I don't think it's necessarily Gojo doing it, though. Because the whole idea is that we're, like, supposed to be surpassing and moving on from Gojo. With, like, so, like, I feel like that is the theme we're going for. And it could be with Gojo. But I think it's more likely to be with, like, Yuta and Yuji instead. The shrine is a manifestation of the soul, so practically Sukuna's imagination, so to destroy it, you need to hit the medium. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, he didn't destroy it. I thought he did as well. But if you go and watch, he actually didn't ever destroy the shrine. Like, Sukuna only pulled like 2 domains in that whole fight, or 2 or 3. In my video I did ages ago, I was just wrong. I was just dead wrong. I thought the red destroyed the shrine, but it didn't at all. The shrine was fine.
Yeah, no, the shrine was fine. It was a lie. I don't know why I said that.
So he was just like, and I was confused because it looked like to me like Gojo just sort of wasn't doing anything, but he did just like simple domain, fire red at Sukuna, recover like his like just start healing. He bought enough time to heal, and then expanded his own domain again, just onto Sukuna's first one. Sukuna literally only like closed his domain twice, I think, in that fight. I thought the same as you, Kusakabe. Don't worry, I was as confused, but I did go and study it after everyone shouted at me that I was wrong in my video, and I realized I was wrong.
I like the idea of when Gojo used simple domain and Yuta was like, he told me he couldn't use it. I do love the idea that the guy who's meant to be teaching the first years, the people who know nothing,
Yeah.
can't actually teach things because he just does it. Like he doesn't actually know how to do it. He just
Do you know what,
he didn't learn it.
do you know what I love about that? This is what I've been saying is, you know the saying, those who can't do teach? Gojo can do.
Yeah. It's like with RCT with Shoko.
Yeah.
And Gojo just couldn't get wrapped his head around it. I love the idea of Yuta being like, oh, I heard about this simple domain. Like, how do you do it? And Gojo's just like, I just did it, mate. I don't. What do you want from me?
Yeah. Star Wars but with cursed energy instead of the Force. Realistically, it's like it all works very similarly. I'm not gonna lie. You like. Do you know what? Do you know what I find interesting? Have we got any? There's no point me going into this unless there are people here who know about Harry Potter. But is there anyone who knows about Harry Potter story? Specifically,
I very much do.
Like, specifically, Dumbledore and Grindelwald and Voldemort. If anyone knows like a decent amount of that part of Harry Potter's story, you'll realize it is genuinely so unbelievably similar to Jujutsu Kaisen. But I don't really expect many people to know that part of the story, to be honest. I see Shelted's educated. That's good. I appreciate that. Right, what's going on? I wish Gojo unlocked more power when he hit Black Flashes on Suka. I mean, he... Oh, you wanted to unlock the colors of the rainbow? Yeah, I don't think... If you've just, like, watched the movies or even read the Harry Potter books, like, it's more similar to, like... Because obviously you've got the obvious thing, right, of the Dark Lord who was once feared, split his soul into like a load of pieces, and one of them is in the main character, and it's just all very, you know, Sukuna's fingers. That's the obvious comparison, right? But that's not the main one. So yeah, Sukuna would be Voldemort and Yuji would be Harry. That's true. It's true. Dumbledore would be Gojo, and Grindelwald is kind of Kenjaku, but Grindelwald is Ghetto. Okay? It's literally a story of the two strongest that are like absolute best friends. Grindelwald and Dumbledore, Gojo and Ghetto. The strongest, best friends. There's a very strong indication of more than friends. If you get what I mean. And then one of them, basically, they split off. Dumbledore went and became a teacher, and then Grindelwald went and basically started a literal cult or like following to then oppress Muggles, which are the monkeys that Ghetto would call them in JJK. Literally the exact same thing. Like Ghetto separated from Gojo. There was maybe some unspoken love between them, not just best friends, just like with Grindelwald and Dumbledore. And also, like, the whole idea of the little sister, right? Like, in a fight, Dumbledore's little sister was, like, seriously hurt, and that's what kind of caused the separation. And then, obviously, you've got Rico Omanai, who was killed, and that caused the whole, like, separation to start. That's what kicked it all off. And Ghetto then goes and starts his following, and goes and his whole goal is to like oppress and kill all the Muggles. and then later on in the story, you've got the Dark Lord returns, who has split his soul into pieces, which you need to find and collect, and can't be destroyed, except from like special means. And then you've got Dumbledore as the teacher. Harry's got a bit of the soul inside him. That's the whole Sukuna, Yuji, and Dumbledore arc. Sukuna, Yuji, and Gojo arc. Like, it's literally... Hidden Inventory is the same as the prequel to Harry Potter, and then the main story is Harry Potter. And obviously now it's kind of gone off on a tangent a bit. But that Hidden Inventory bit and the whole Sukuna, Yuji, Gojo thing is so unbelievably similar to that part of the story, and I really like it. It's so similar. And it's a big reason why I love Geto and Gojo so much, because I think Grindelwald is such... Like, it's why I prefer Kenjaku to Sukuna as well. Because, like, I just think Grindelwald's so much cooler. I'm yapping again. Apologies.
What do you think about Adrian's question?
If Sukuna was restricted to only 10 shadows when he was trying to tame Maharaga, no shrine, cleaver, dismantle, Fuga, do you think he could win, and how hard would that fight be? Yes. But it would be very, very hard. Genuinely the only way I see him winning that is a bit like someone suggested the other day. You have to set it up so that you basically have to set a trap using Piercing Ox. Because I think the only Shikigami capable of, like, definitely being able to one-shot Maharaga is Piercing Ox. We don't know what Tiger Funeral does, to be fair, but of what we know of, like, Piercing Ox, you basically just need to get it to run for quite a while, find some way to get Maharaga in its line of sight, and then it should be able to one-shot it if it's charged up enough. That is the only way it's done using 10 Shadows. That is also why no 10 Shadows user has ever managed to tame Maharaga, because I don't think it can be done with any of the Shikigami in one shot unless you set the perfect trap and survive long enough to get Piercing Ox to kill it. Do you think Sukuna would struggle against Hikari in a domain clash because his is the fastest in the series? I don't like commenting on this because I don't understand this whole thing. The whole thing by fastest in the series is like, it's got the fastest sure hit, right? Isn't he can just start spinning real fast. But there's nothing that's stopping him from just opening... Like, Sukuna's not gonna, like, be disadvantaged if he waits 5 extra seconds to open his domain, because nothing in Hikari's domain is gonna hurt him. And then I think Sukuna's domain will just, like... By the nature of his domain, it would just shred Hikari's, no? So unless Hikari pulls a jackpot in, like, 5 seconds... Or give him a generous time frame of 5 seconds, then I think Sukuna just shreds Hikari's domain. But I don't understand it enough to be commenting on this, I'm not gonna lie. His activation is the fastest in the series, but what does that mean? Like, how does that actually disadvantage Sukuna? It just means it starts quickly. Yeah, that's fine, but the sure hit is just information.
Am I wrong in saying that in Hikari's domain it's there's no activation of anybody's curse technique?
No, there is the guaranteed hit is the information pouring into the other opponent's head, and it's harmless. Hence why he's allowed a fast activation of the technique, which is basically he can start spinning, like, pretty much instantly.
Right.
Right? But my point is, like, in the time it takes... So it will just start spinning instantly. He'll either... but then, like, Sukuna, bro. I'll give him 3 to 5 seconds to pop his own domain. From what we've seen of Hikari so far, and I do think it's possible because he's Hikari. But he's gonna have to get pretty damn lucky to hit an instant jackpot. And then even if he does, like, Sukuna's domain ain't going anywhere. So Hikari's gonna be in Malevolent Shrine. Maybe he'll just get shredded up and die. Maybe he'll live through it. Either way, when the 4 minutes 11 seconds ends, he's dead before he gets that next domain off. Thank you, Mason King. I appreciate that a lot. Do you really think Sukuna knows pachinko machines? Yes.
Pardon me?
Because, the reincarnated sorcerers get the knowledge of their vessels, and we know that Yuji used to go play pachinko machines illegally. So yes, I do think Sukuna knows about pachinko machines. I do. Plus, he will as soon as he goes in Hikaru's domain, because it's a guaranteed hit that you get all the information poured into your head. Yeah, it's not going to do anything to Sukuna. By the time Hikaru's domain reaches Sukuna, he'll activate his 2, and then it's over. Hikari won't get a jackpot that fast. I mean, it is Hikari. He did get a 1 out of like 239 against Kashimo. It is possible. It is Gege writing it. I wouldn't be surprised if he did just hit jackpot straight off the bat. But even if he did, like, he's not going to be able to move in that domain. Like, even if he survives and keeps healing, the time is just going to run out, and then he's just going to die. I honestly think, like, if Hikari landed 5 consecutive, like, of his strongest punches against Sukuna, it would not be enough to make Sukuna close his domain.
No.
Then you agree or you disagree?
Yeah, I agree.
Because, like, it took
Gojo... He also has
Gojo...
to land them as well.
Yeah. Like, it took Gojo a close range red, like, Sukuna took a close range red to the face, and his domain didn't close. Which still confuses me to this day. I feel like it really should have, but it's fine.
But if we swap Gojo and Megami situations and we give Gojo the 10 shadows and offer his usual abilities while Sukuna only has what he normally does, how does the fight go in your opinion? Gojo would wipe the floor with Sukuna.
Well, yeah.
Like, it wouldn't even be close.
Hob, you know what I'm doing, bro. Fuck, he's DM me on Discord going, what you doing, baby? He was in the stream, donkey.
The viewership really is mostly American. The views are going up the later into the night we go.
Yeah, I'm like 45% US audience.
Yeah.
I think the first stream I did peaked, obviously chapter came out, so it was always going to be more, but it like peaked at like 43 or something. It's pretty cool.
Are you going to try go live when the chapter drops?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Probably. Yeah,
I think Gojo in a 1-on-1 beats everybody. I don't think that there's any contention. Like, you have to stack abilities upon each other.
This is what I'm saying, right? I think when it comes to like being the strongest, I think Sukuna, with how he did it and everything, I still don't know if he didn't have Maharaga how it would go. Don't ask me that. I'm not getting into it. I think it's like completely justified either way. We'll never know. Gege won't like clarify. Sukuna beat Gojo, but when it comes to the overall strongest, I believe against every other opponent, just like through the nature of Limitless and Infinity and Gojo's skill, Gojo is the strongest in history.
Yes.
It's just that like Gojo is stronger against everyone else except Sukuna, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, if you have this Jujutsu Kaisen thing, like Sukuna has a worse chance than Gojo does.
Yeah, if you stacked every single character in the series against Gojo, every single character against Sukuna, like
Gojo would do better.
Sukuna loses, Gojo wins.
Yeah, like Gojo beats every other character much easier, I think.
Yeah. Whereas I think Sukuna, I reckon you could argue either way.
Yeah, I think it's valid. Sheltered, I'm ending the stream in like 10 minutes, mate.
I'm gonna keep you
apologize.
To that 25 past we're ending.
I said I was gonna end it 15 minutes ago. I'm still here, but I do actually need to like get some food and go to bed. So I need to work on a new video for you guys. Because I know I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to work on this new video early I won't be able to do it later this week because chapter's coming out. Because Gege decided, of all the times in the world to not have a break week, it was the week where I'm probably busiest. Now in Gojo vs Sukuna, every time Sukuna took the advantage, it was because of prior intel he had on Gojo. If we memory wiped both, so neither had intel on each other, how far does the fight go? That is a very good question. Again, it's very justified however way, like whichever way you look at it. I get people who say Sukuna wins even without Mahoraga, and I get people who say Gojo wins. Each have good arguments. I don't know what I think. I genuinely don't know. I'm so 50-50. I have no clue.
I think it stays a similar way because I feel like Sukuna would still go for Megumi's body just because the curse technique is better, so he would still have Mahoraga. And then if you're talking just like mid-fight, he's like Sukuna's smart enough to be working this out on the fly.
Realistically, yeah. The problem here is I know for sure that, you know, this whole thing about, you know, Sukuna was holding back.
Yes.
Gojo was very much holding back. Like, my guy had no intention of killing Megumi. Well, he was holding back, and he was holding himself back in two ways, okay? One, in that he wanted to save Megumi. But even if you ignore that, even if he was going all out, he held himself back in terms of he genuinely did not have to fight that fight alone. The second, like, this was genuinely so winnable from the beginning. It's just that Gojo wanted the 1v1, right? If he didn't 1v1 Sukuna, I made, like, my third or fourth ever video is about this, and this is before I knew Yuta had a domain expansion, right? So, like, Gojo and Sukuna can't use their domains anymore. Neither of them can, right? Which means, so then what needs to happen is before Mahoraga adapts to shit, literally as soon as both of their final domains collapse, right? And it's revealed that neither of them can use domains anymore, Yuta comes out, or just every character who can pop a domain comes out, like, ready. And then that's when you use Higuruma's domain. Or that's when you use Yuta's domain. And then Sukuna has, like, to fight Gojo in Yuta's domain using Hollow Wicker Basket against Yuta and Gojo, like, with no domain expansion. They win. It's easy win. It's over.
I think if when Yuta said, like, okay, me and Rika are going to go deal with Mahoraga, I think if that was allowed and they were just like, yeah, that's fine, just go, I think they win there.
Yeah, I mean, that was like the third or fourth video I ever made on the channel was just like, Yuta fucked up. Because if Yuta committed to his plan, if Yuta didn't listen to his friends and just had faith in himself, because he was so... I've never heard Yuta that confident, bro. Except that the two times I've heard Yuta be that confident is like, I'm going to go to Sendai by myself and get 400 points. And then he went and wiped out Sendai. And when he was like, okay, I don't like this, we're going to take out Agito and Mahoraga.
Oh, I was going to say as well, when he said he was going to kill Itadori, bro was confident.
Okay, but that's different, because he knew he wasn't actually going to kill Itadori. Would Jacob's Ladder one-shot Mahoraga? I think it would, especially from Yuta. Because Jacob's Ladder is like, from what I understand, Jacob's Ladder is the maximum output of Angel's technique, but Angel used the, like, basic ass version of her technique against Sukuna's massive New Way thing, and it just disappeared. So yeah, I think like, especially if Yuta traps it in her domain and does the max output attack, like, fries Mahoraga. Point is, I think as soon as Sukuna can't use a domain there, someone with a domain just comes out, puts them in the domain, and then, like, it's such an easy win. It's just that Gojo wanted the 1v1 and he wanted to save Megumi. He was so handicapped in that fight, it's unreal, but people forget about that because when Gojo died, of course he wasn't talking about what handicaps he was going through. He knew what he had to do. He wasn't like, oh, I should have, like, gone for the kill, I should have done all this. nah. He knew full well he wanted to save Megami, and that was never going to change in Gojo's mind, because we know since episode 1 that he's been about saving these people. So even though he was holding back, he was like, this idea of, you know, I couldn't do it. Like, Sukuna wasn't even going all out. If he was going all out, I'm not sure I could have beaten him. He's saying that from the perspective of him still trying to save Megami, if that makes sense. He's not considering the optimal plan here. Like, if they genuinely went for the optimal plan, and there is a lot of plans that work better than what they did, they have won already. Sure, Megami probably dies in the process, but Sukuna does just get cooked. Like, he just lose. So, because he's one man. And this is the problem. Gojo tried to do it all by himself, and it makes sense for his character, and I wouldn't change it. But all the Sukuna Glazers should know that Sukuna gets cooked if they go for the kill.
Adrian brought up a good point. Even if you two like actually couldn't take Maharaga, slap him in the domain and walk the domain away.
Yeah.
You just walk halfway across Japan.
But like, I feel like what's even better is if you just put Sukuna in the domain. Like, put Sukuna in the domain with Gojo and Yuta. Or use the Higuruma plan, yeah, that they used as soon as Gojo died, or like as soon as Kashimo died, which was as soon as Gojo died, worked. It did work, and they had it planned out. And the only reason it fucked up is because he had Kamatoke, but he wouldn't have had Kamatoke in that situation. So if they use the Higuruma plan, the second you realize Sukuna can't use the domain anymore, they win because he does get cursed technique confiscated, and then you've got a Sukuna with no cursed technique, bad control over their cursed energy, fighting Satoru Gojo. Like, Yuta could win. Miwa could win that fight.
No.
If he's got no control over his cursed energy or cursed technique. To be fair, she can't swing a sword. Whatever.
Yeah, Miwa would.
Maybe not Miwa. Maybe not Miwa. You get my point though.
But like, yeah, like Mei would cook him.
Yeah, exactly. That's flawless. It's a flawless plan because we have. This isn't like theoretical. There's no headcanon here. We know the Higuruma plan did work.
Do you think if Gojo won, Kashimo would have gone straight for Gojo?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with I think it might have been Adrian, it might have been someone else who said in the last stream that Kashimo should have fought Sukuna during the month time skip instead of right after, because we were saying like I wasn't happy how Kashimo settled for this weakened Sukuna. Like he should have done it during the time skip, and then Gojo should have got info on Sukuna. I say info as if Sukuna wouldn't have just cut him in half immediately, but is what it is.
McFatty. Good name and a good point.
Could have killed Sukuna on an unlimited void hit if he just destroyed the brain instead of his heart. Exactly, but he ran at him and said, and this is where, bro, some people were so delusional when they read this chapter. They were like, nah, Gojo's going all out. Gojo wants to kill him. Like, bruv, he literally said, I don't want to kill him. I need to bring him as close to death as Yuji was at the detention center. And then he stabbed him in the heart. And people were trying to argue that he was like trying to kill him. Yeah, but they're trying to save Megami. I'm not trying to make the point. Like, I think like it works fine. It is better because it works so much better for Gojo's character to want to go in this fight alone. If it wasn't for that fact, I would say it's arse, because with the Higuruma plan, we know that they've already decided the Executioner Sword would divide Megami and Sukuna. And you'd have Gojo on your side, and a domainless Sukuna with no Kamatoke, no Curse Technique, and by control of the Cursed Energy. That's an easy win. And a save for Megami. The only thing that stood in the way was the fact that Gojo wanted the 1v1 and wanted to save Megami from himself, which is perfect for his character, and why I have absolutely no complaints at all. And for that reason, Sukuna won fair and square. But if Gojo put that aside and they made this plan instead, Sukuna was cooked. But it's fine. Because it works better the way Giga did it. And I'm cool with that. It makes sense. It wasn't arse-pully.
Do you think we're going to see more of Sukuna's Arsenal against Miguel?
I thought you said arse. I'd love to see more of Sukuna's arse. I don't know about you. Yes.
Cheeks, double
I
sweat.
think it'll be against Miguel or Hikari, but we're going to see it soon.
I think Miguel's the perfect person to introduce to because we don't know much about Miguel.
Actually,
So
to be honest,
realistically,
I stand by my theory and think we're not going to see it from Sukuna. I think we're going to see it from Yuji. I think Yuji is going to reveal
not.
Sukuna's arsenal. No, I think that's brilliant. The amount of anticipation, like, why would Sukuna start going all out? Unless, because I'm sorry, Hikari's not doing it, but like, unless Miguel is actually like limitless grade sorcerer, I don't see Sukuna going all out, bro. If he hasn't done it against anyone. Yeah, no, it will, I agree. I'm just waffling Glockamus, mate. That's all we're talking about. I see one message in chat and I go on a 15-minute rant.
It's been 10 minutes since you said 10 minutes. You want to wrap it up?
I need to go to bed. I need to make I need to make you guys videos. Okay, we'll go until 45, all right? We're going until 45.
45, cool. Hikari.
No, Hikari's sick,
Hikari,
bro.
yeah.
But Hikari in a 1v1 against this Sukuna isn't going to make him go all out.
Yeah.
Like, Hikari is him. He is. He's going to walk in there with a Rame's head and chuck a Rame's head at Sukuna's feet. But he's not going to make Sukuna go all out. That's true, Sheltered. I'm not going to lie. That is true. He did kind of troll him, though. I'm not going to lie. What I'm curious about, though, like, what if Gojo... Because, like, if Yuta and Hikari can do it, surely Gojo can shift his barrier coordinates, right? Or learn to. Because what happens if you shift your barrier coordinates? Like, does it, like... If Sukuna's in your barrier, does it, like, take him with you and take him out of Malevolent Shrine's radius? Surely, right?
There's a reason why that isn't the case. I can't think of it, but that can't be true.
The reason it exists, I don't know what it is, but it just does.
It has to exist because that otherwise, yeah.
I mean, but even if it didn't take Sukuna, surely, like, I mean, I get it because Gojo also wins that fight if he just recovers his CT or moves his barrier coordinates and leaves Malevolent Shrine. Because then he can burn out Sukuna's curse technique the same way that Sukuna did to Gojo, and then they're like at a stalemate where both their brains are completely fried, and like, or like Gojo could have even like, I don't know what my point is, but Gojo doesn't fight like that, which is why he didn't do it. Again, it makes sense, but is another way he could have done it. If Yuta and Hikari can manage to move their domain coordinates, and Gojo manages to literally on the spot invent and teach himself how to heal his curse technique, something no sorcerer in the modern age thought was possible, I'm sure he can learn how to shift his barrier coordinates. No, but the condition of open barrier domains like we saw from Kenjaku and Malevolent Shrine is that they have a center, which is the shrine, and Kenjaku's Curse Womb Profusion Pillar thing is that they can't move. They can extend and weaken as they extend, and strengthen as they shrink, but the actual core, once manifested, can't move. So if Gojo moved his barrier coordinates out of Malevolent Shrine's radius, it might not have brought Sukuna with it, but it wouldn't like bring all of Malevolent Shrine with it. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, he can't teleport his barrier. Nah, I doubt he could do that. He could teleport himself though. Like if he just like healed his curse technique like he did, instead of firing a red, if he just uses his like blue level speed to just like he can clear 200 meters in way less than a second. Whatever crazy speed he travels at, like it's almost instant. It's like teleportation. He just leave the barrier, but he's not. He could just leave the domain, but he's not going to do that because he's Satoru Gojo. It's not how he fights, you know. If Sukuna could use domain, if Sukuna could use domain expansion, it would be such a good way to. Oh, if he could use it now, okay. I thought you were saying Sukuna's not got a domain expansion. It would be such a good way to take out Maki since Sukuna's domain also targets things with no cost energy. Yeah, Maki would be cooked if she was in Sukuna's domain. She would be cooked. You are very right about that, Glockamus. Kusakabe, you said that too? Well, then you've got big brain, mate. Because I agree. Also, just thinking if Hikari starts the fight in Jackpot, what is Sukuna going to do? He can't die until the time runs out. See, this is what I'm saying. Is like, if you decapitate Hikari, does he die? Do we really see Hikari like growing back Deadpool style from a head?
No, because you cut the brain is how you work the cursed energy, and the gut is where the cursed energy stored. So if you sever that, he's done.
Right. I'm
Because
starting
the brain
to
can't
think.
tell the cursed energy what
I
to do,
am
and the cursed energy
starting to
can't do anything.
think that Sukuna has made a binding vow to never like be able to go for the head. Because he keeps cutting people in half at the same spot, and I do just wonder why he hasn't taken out, like, I feel like Yuta and Gojo especially, if you want to kill them, you take off, like, their heads, especially for someone that Sukuna acknowledged to have RCT on his level. Why did you not take out the head? I feel like that's a binding vow that he's made, that he can't sever the head.
He's a bit like Porb in that factor, never hitting the head.
Hey, that was uncalled for, mate.
Right.
Pull out here catching strays. He's in the chat as well. Actually, let's see what he said. I'm not reading that. Never mind. No, never mind.
Hikari could heal his cut as it's passing through his neck.
I don't think it's. Actually, he did heal a lightning blast at the same rate that it destroyed his brain. You could be right. Do you know what? Fair enough.
The answer is depending on what Gege wants.
Yes. Didn't he cut Ryu's head? He did. But I think what we're saying is like,
cold.
if it wasn't, it is cold. Like, to be fair, Kashimo did literally blast Hikari's head with a lightning blast, and it explicitly said Hikari healed at the same rate that lightning blast destroyed his head. So I apologize. I think you're right. That is very good logic. I've not heard that argument before. It's a very good point. So yeah. A hollow purple to the head, on the other hand, and Hikari's cooked. Charles Bernard is going to kill Suk. Okay. Okay.
Gege subs himself in.
I have a 60% headshot rate as well. As if. Bro's going to get stat banned. What do you think Sukuna's final form would be? I think Sukuna's, in terms of like actual transformations, I think Sukuna's in his final form. People have like made up this shit about final forms. There's no final form. He's just gonna use more power.
Not in Dragon Ball.
Like, he's just gonna use more power. That's all it means by that. I think all it means by that is he's just going. Jid, it's 49. Fuck's sake.
Headshot.
No, it's we said 45. It's 2:49 in the morning.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Oh,
86.
it's not. It's not 2:40. Sorry, not 2:49. It's we. Oh. Oh wait, I see how I've confused you. I was looking at how long I've been streaming for, thinking that was the time.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm that kind of tired, bro. So I said, like, I'm 2 hours and 49 minutes into the stream. I meant I'd stop it when it's 2 hours and 45 minutes into the stream.
Let's go to 1:45.
Well, you know, now that you've said that, we should just do real
Like-
45 now.
Look, all right,
Gonna be here all night,
fellas
bro.
and fellettes, what we think about a
Yeah, no, I know. Sorry,
24-hour
I
stream?
got confused. Shut up, Jit. No, shut up. Look, we're gonna have a long ass, entertaining stream next Sunday where we grade every sorcerer. That's the real stream to be at. It'll be at least 4 hours, I reckon. And we're just gonna get through a massive list of literally every sorcerer in JJK. I do not stream every day. I will stream probably one stream for each like new chapter that comes out, and then probably like once or twice a week for like just random shit as well. Both of you go to
Tweet out
sleep
that you were going
now. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. 5 more minutes. Mum.
I've got to make food
26
still.
viewers. 26 viewers is crazy considering I'm now deciding to end the stream and the viewers have peaked.
Yes.
This is what's keeping me. I appreciate all 26 of you, by the way. Obviously, like, I think when we did the chapter review stream, it went up to like 43. And that was my highest stream, which was crazy. So thank you guys so much. I recognize a lot of names that were in that stream as well. So just a big thank you for making something great out of my...
Yes, Julius.
something great out of my first stream. Yuki and Todo.
We were going to talk about the Yuki and Todo in a bar. Drinking.
Sheltered mate, don't worry. You're not the first person to ask that, including some other friends of ours as well. But unfortunately, it's going to be exclusively me and Mr. Jaffers, who was here earlier, because we don't want too many cooks in the kitchen. And we have been planning this for a while. So even Mr. Jid here, talking to you now,
I will not be
is not going to be part of it, because I don't deem his opinions on JJK worthy of a stream. I don't know why he's here. He just joined.
Yeah.
I'm joking, Jid. I love you.
I see Todo
What other
and
anime
Shoto
are you
interact.
watching? I'm halfway through season 2 of Code Geass, like I said. I am reading One Piece. Well, I say reading, I'm doing like a hybrid of reading and watching. It's kind of strange. And I'm gonna watch Fate afterwards. It's a good question about Geronimo. Basically, I really want to do it, but I'm not. I kind of overextended myself a little bit too early. I'm not at a point where I can manage main channel content, which is what I should prioritize, because that's what, like, that's how I'm growing, right, is through this channel. Once I have a better, like, grip of what's going on, I'll definitely come back to it. I'm gonna try and do anime reactions on the main channel, but for live action reactions, it's gonna have to, I'll try get back to that channel when I can, but I'm prioritizing the main channel. I apologize for setting that up and then almost instantly getting rid of it. And yeah, there's not going to be any content on that for a little while because I don't have time to balance both, and I just want to focus on my main. I apologize. Oh, Angel, thank you very much for the 5 here for staying up.
And
you
the
guys...
best part about this man is he splits all the tips with me.
Shut up. You're not getting shit, bro. I appreciate that, Angel. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you guys have kept me up a lot longer than I intended to be. We're nearly at 3 hours. I said an hour-long stream when I told Jaff that we were gonna be streaming. I said an hour and a half, and we're reaching 3 hours again. So, your name is a reference to a Code Geass movie. Now, people really like Code Geass.
Code Geass is up there with Full Metal in people's ratings.
How?
It has that like cult fan base.
I'm sorry, guys. You guys, listen. You guys, you should enjoy whatever you enjoy. But how is that? It's like Full Metal perfection, AOT perfection.
It's very similar to Death Note, though.
Yeah, but it is very similar to Death Note, and I think they're both just like cool.
Yeah.
They're both cool. I don't think they're bad. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just cool.
Adrian's a goat, man.
What's Adrian said now?
Have you not donated $2, mate?
Yeah?
Lock in, man. Lock in.
What are you talking about? Wait, maybe my chat was just bugged. Okay. Adrian, thank you very much for the 2. That's like, you were donating to me like crazy the other day as well, man. You got to be able to afford some lunch. But I appreciate that very much, and I appreciate the compliment as well. Big up Angel and Adrian, the MVPs of the stream. And a little shout out to Kusakabe for being so active as well.
Yeah, I saw Kusakabe when I first came in as well.
He was the first one in. He was the first one in. Don't worry, we get it. I appreciate that, Glockamus. Like I said, I'll try to get back to it. It is definitely something I want to do. I think it'll be easier doing reactions to anime though, because they're like 20-minute episodes as opposed to the hour-long Avatar episodes, which took me like 3 to 4 hours to get one video out. Whereas an anime, like a 20-minute episode will take me 2 hours max, like including thumbnail, which I'm a huge perfectionist, so I do spend a while on that kind of stuff.
Make sure you budget yourself, Adrian.
Code
Don't
Geass
blow
more
yourself
than
out doing it.
perfect? Bruh. I get it. Like, if that's what it is to you guys, then who am I to argue with it? But for me, it's just not my thing, man. I say that. It's good. Like, it's really good. I like it. But it's not, like, S tier like it. It's, like, B tier. It's, like, great. Not perfect. For me. I definitely prefer it to Death Note. I feel like it only gets better. Whereas Death Note only gets worse. Okay, lads. Right. Do you know what, Jid? I'm just thinking, yeah. It's 3 minutes until I hit 3 hours.
Okay, we'll do 3 hours.
So we'll
then.
end the stream in 3 minutes instead of 1 minute.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This has been a roller coaster of... I told you I was ending the stream an hour ago. Here we are. I appreciate all of you, though. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to say it again. I'll post a thing saying it soon, but Sunday 31st, roughly the same time. Big stream where we're going to be grading every single character in JJK. Definitely don't want to miss it. It's going to be a good time. Also, I'll do a chapter review this week. I'll probably do a chapter stream. I'll have another like separate random video out, hopefully, on like Wednesday or Thursday. So yeah.
We won't go too deep in.
Why is
'Cause it
my
is more
chat
than the
being
3 minutes, but
strange again? It's just
Solo
not
leveling.
updating.
Have you been keeping up?
I haven't. I can't lie. I think solo leveling like I haven't watched the 2 most recent episodes, but the 2 before that, just sort of, I wasn't feeling it.
When did you get back on it with Sam?
Kusakabe just wrote. Wait, Kusakabe wrote My Goat X15.
That was a while ago.
What do you mean?
That was wrote a while ago.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh.
that's what Sam says. That's what he does on my videos. He like goes and does his like every video I post. There's this one guy who I know like is like just one of my mates who goes and puts like My Goat and then like X14, X15. Pretty sure you said you'd be chatting for 10, 15 minutes an hour ago. I did say that. Yeah, I'm sorry. That I'm gonna be ending the stream in exactly 1 minute. I really enjoy these streams. I'm gonna keep doing more. I'm gonna keep posting videos, chapter reviews, everything. We're only upping the content, okay? I've got so much shit to come. Like, compared to the thing I want to do is like, JJK content creators are so good at what they do. Like, I watch so many JJK content creators and they're all amazing at it that I don't just want to be competing for what's already like a very well done job by other people. I want to like bring something new to it and like take the content to the next level. So I've got some stuff cooking, which is going to be pretty cool. And you should definitely watch out for that. But I appreciate you guys all so much. Thank you, Angel and Adrian, for donations. Adrian again. And yeah, thank you guys for being so cool and so active. And I'll see you for the next video or the next stream. Yeah. Thank you guys. I'm actually gonna go to bed now. I promise. Maybe. No operator is goated, I agree. Why am I still listening to chat? No, I'm going to bed. Okay, fuck.